All right. Well, welcome to session 51. And previously, you had finally made your way into the the military headquarters, and you had begun your explorations. One of the most notable things you did was to find and speak to the AI that appears to be running the place. You also managed to disable the security systems and set up a warning if uninvited guests show up. So I'm going to go ahead and take you over to the map and hopefully get to the right. Oh, wrong map. My apologies. No, it is the right map. It is the right map. Yeah, the
No
place is
pick
big enough
there.
that I had to split it across two different maps, and one map has two floors, and the other map has just the one floor. Anyway, you had just defeated the strange cybernetic organisms that were a combination of automata and some sort of rat-like creature. And after having done so, the place became very quiet. So what do you do?
Alright, well, clearly the defenses are kind of weird in this place, so we should continue pretty cautiously, I think.
True.
The impression that you get, Galen, is that those creatures were not controlled, or at least not controlled by the AI you spoke to.
Mm-hmm. That's
All
probably
right,
why
so we're
parts of this area are like deemed like not finished or whatever they called it.
They might be the
Galen, you're hard to
experiments I got.
hear, but so go ahead
Oh.
and say that again.
No, don't worry about it. Is my microphone coming in better now though?
It's a little bit better.
Hmm.
all
I
right.
thought it was
Well,
fine.
Go ahead.
Oh?
What are you saying?
Oh, I was just saying that I hear Galen just fine.
Okay, good. Yeah, I noticed that a couple of usually just ragu, but sometimes a person will seems to be come out quieter for me for whatever reason, but I can hear everybody else. So Galen's a little quiet today for some reason for me, even though his volume's all the way up on my Discord. But we'll see how it goes. That might be fine.
Yeah, let me know if you need me to change like my mic sensitivity or something.
Okay.
all right. Well, we're generally going to want to go to the east in order to find some way into access control, but that's nothing stopping us from exploring around.
Yeah. Do we want to check this door before we look at the hallway down there, or what's the...
Well, we can do that. Probably want to listen in front of it first or
Yeah.
next to it.
Okay. So is that the door that Ragu is standing in front of?
Uh-huh.
All right. So
Okay.
Ragu, you take a listen. Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Alrighty.
Help if I'm looking at it. Okay, yeah, you're listening. The door's fairly thick. You don't hear anything in particular.
It's like I've got nothing here.
Alright, let's open it up then.
All right. So you open up the door, and as you do so, you see that there are several large metallic crates, and you can see some gaps in the crates, like bars, um, and you can see creatures moving around inside. And now that the thick doors are open, you can actually hear them skittering and clanging against the metal.
Ugh.
Inside the metal crate
I-
cages, not outside.
inside the crates, yes.
Hmm.
It looks like, however, that as the door opens, the creatures in the center crate seem to notice, and they start banging against the side of the crate. So what do you do?
That's not good. Maybe we should lock them in there.
Not happy campers. I'm going to just standing outside. I'm going to lean forward and just poke my head in just to get the tiniest better view.
Okay,
There are
you
no
do so.
loose
You see
creatures.
some debris. It looks like the structural integrity of this area is lower than some of the others. You see some debris to the north and south. However, back where the cages are, fortunately, it looks like everything's been holding up well, and the walls look fairly sturdy.
And it's the same creatures inside, or same type?
It seems like it, yes.
Yeah. These are the experiments that got out, I guess. Or these ones didn't escape, but others, yeah. Okay. I see no doors in there. Didn't look like it went anywhere.
Okay, so you close the door.
I guess so. Anybody else want to go in?
No.
Unless we have to worry about them somehow getting released, probably better to leave well enough alone.
All right.
All right. So as you head to the south, it is quiet again, and you can see that the hallway, there's a T-junction, and you can see several large doors and also several small doors. The orbs on the walls that are giving off light are still flickering. It is a deep red light, but it's not steady.
Suppose we could start from the far end here and work our way to the other end.
Yeah.
Unless we want to try to go more directly towards our objective.
Let's take a peek around. Why not fully
All right.
explore?
How's the ceiling looking?
In general, the areas with the debris already on the floor, those areas don't look that great. The other areas look better.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use Mage Hand to poke the ceiling around this area before I pass.
Okay, as you do so, a fairly big chunk of ceiling collapses and falls on top of the debris. But after that initial fall, nothing else happens.
Gonna be one of those days.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna do the same thing over here at this ceiling.
Okay, this time nothing seems to happen.
Seems safe enough.
Okay, so what do you do?
Is there any obvious controls for this door?
Yeah, there's one of the handprints. It flickers, but it seems to glow sometimes.
Anybody want to do the honors?
Yeah, I'll do it. Bonk.
All right. So you open it up, and inside you see a room. It looks like there's been a collapse on the far side. You do see some metallic barrels, and you do see open barrels. You see open metallic boxes, and then barrels that have been crushed by falling debris.
Rough. Okay. And does it seem like it's been, I mean, they obviously all look open. Is there, I'll do a quick pass. There's nothing left inside any of them.
As you enter, most of it looks empty and broken. However, there's this closed barrel here,
Yeah, that's what
and
I
you hear what sounds like a buzzing noise coming from inside, like almost like electricity.
Cool. There's a buzzing barrel, guys.
Uh,
Is it loose enough that I could open it with a mage hand? Or do we think there's like some type of horror bees in there or something?
well, first I'm curious. I want to listen. Does the pitch of this sound steady, or does it seem to change in intensity or pitch any?
It changes, but it's periodic. It seems pretty regular.
But I mean, I guess in what way? Because there's kind of a difference between like and
Yeah, almost like it's modulated by a sine wave.
Yes, I know that.
So it's very meaning that it's
very
very
rhythmic.
regular. It's artificial sounding.
Got it. Okay.
Um, and these are barrels, was it?
Yeah,
Or what?
they're basically metallic barrels. It's the one that this noise is coming from is the only one in here that looks like it's closed and not crushed.
Maybe it's a battery. I mean, we wouldn't know what that is, so we'd probably try to open it, but
What if we tipped it on its side gently and then roll it and see if it reacts any differently?
that sounds like a good way to explode. I'm gonna stand back if you guys want to have fun with that.
Same.
I think maybe we should do this with Mage Hand. This thing sounds volatile.
Are there any markings on the barrel that the masters might have written on it?
There are some markings on there. Yes, you don't know what they say, but you do. It does look similar to
Oh,
other
wait.
markings you've seen in this world.
I might be able to decode some of it. Are there any words that I recognize?
Go ahead and give me a language or history check.
All right. Word.
As
not
you're
easy.
looking at it, you don't recognize most of the words, but one word you do recognize is, or actually two words you recognize: fragile and danger.
Okay, hey guys, this says fragile and danger. Maybe
Maybe
rolling
rolling
it
it
around
around.
isn't the best idea.
Possibly not. I mean, maybe do it anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll defer to your superior language skills.
Perchance we can still open it if we're
I
very
mean,
gentle,
yeah,
just
for
cracking
sure.
the
We can still do shit with or stuff with it, but we gotta be
Gently
careful.
release the poison gas. Um, gently release the coiled up cobra.
Yeah, I will go over here and the latches on it, the top of the box, are they the standard?
I believe you guys have opened these things before. It's not standard as in the kind that you'd expect out of Mavin, but you've already opened these kinds of barrels, so you can do so.
Yeah, like with the key or a handprint or something.
Yeah, it's just basically a twist and pull kind of setup. So you're definitely strong enough and able to do so.
All right. I'm going to very, very gently and carefully and slowly do the untwist and just crack it open.
Isn't the
Okay,
carefully part not doing
so
it?
what happens is that you untwist it, and after a certain point, you hear a high-pitched hissing noise coming from the barrel. What do you do?
I'm running.
Lock it, relock it.
Actually, running around the corner.
Go ahead and
Relock it.
go ahead and give me a dex check. See if you can do that quick enough. Acrobatics will work if you have it.
Okay, come on.
Told you we should have done it with a Mage Hand now, but Ragu's gonna become mincemeat.
Okay, so you manage to close it almost as soon as you hear the hissing noise, and you get a bit of a static shock. We'll say 7 points of a static shock, so I guess it's more than a bit, and your arm goes a bit numb, but nothing else happens.
Alrighty.
Yeah, don't open box. Got it.
Kind of come back out here. Thanks, people. Just looking at this empty hallway.
Still
Oh,
alive?
there you are.
Oh, you're still
Yeah,
alive.
little head
Okay,
pokes
cool.
out.
Oh, so it's our fault that you opened the thing that we basically warned might be a bad idea to open, that the thing itself warned was a bad idea to open.
No, Galen said we could still open it and stuff. We just have
I
to be
said we could
careful.
still do stuff with it, just that it would probably hurt us.
Well, it's a bit of a lightning jar, if you will. Is there anybody immune to lightning?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, and what didn't matter in this case, but if you were in combat, you would have lost your reaction.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
classic lightning abilities.
Yes. It's some sort of lightning jar. It's got electricity in there. I don't know. It could be useful if we run into another big group of those rat things, but it would be
Sure.
much nicer knowing if we can control it.
Yeah, but if it damaged you like that, just barely opening it, how are you planning to do that in a way where you don't catch yourself in
Throw it,
its
maybe?
effect?
I very carefully pick it up and throw it as far away from me as
No,
possible.
no, 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 no. You're gonna collapse the ceiling.
Please do not. I
Okay.
mean, maybe do it anyways, but
I don't want to collapse this area. I think we should leave it alone. We know what
Yeah.
it does now. We don't need to see what it does.
I need
While
to
not
see what it does.
while not explicitly stated by Carl, one of our mission objectives is to survive.
Don't worry, we will. We will. Like I said, it was just a thought. All right. Well, I guess we have the next door.
Yep.
All right. So are you guys opening the door that Pico's in front of?
Sure.
Now that I'm no longer in front of it, yeah.
All right. You open the door, and you see another looks like a storage room. You can see that most of the crates and box are empty. However, you do see that a partially buried metal box and several partially barreled strange spherical containers uh, seem to be more or less intact.
All right. Let
Oh.
me read these first. See if I can get anything. I'll start with the crate. Any writing on there I recognize?
Go ahead and give me your history check. Okay, and it says there's a couple of words on there, and one of them says private, do not open.
Oh, perfect. Hey guys, this is for opening.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, it has been occurring to me here. Um, what are we looking for?
Well, we're
Signs of a Kylon weapon.
yeah, we're kind of
Exactly.
making our way towards.
How do we know what the Kylon weapon is? What if a prototype was that barrel that just zapped my hand? Do we know what we're looking for?
Well, it's in the specific room marked like right. Didn't we have the map? Where's the map? Uh, is it in one of the handouts? Or
Yeah,
down
the
top?
map. Hold on, let me.
We're trying to get to the weapon research area.
Yeah, there's like a
Okay.
specific room
Yeah, it's on
though.
floor 2 to the north end of the floor.
Okay, so we have to go to a certain room before we look for
What
a
are
certain
these
thing.
rooms labeled as,
The
Pico?
handout is on the very top of the list of handouts. This room is, or this area we're in is called Area B.
Okay, so there's just a bunch of stuff here, probably like
Yeah.
storage
What I
and
would
things.
probably suggest is everybody find the handout and take a look, just to
Okay.
kind of refresh yourselves, because you guys would have seen it last session.
Mhm.
But you know, it's been a week, so.
For me, it's not
All
at
right.
the top of the handout.
All right, so we're at no, not top of the handout, just the very top of the list.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Just
Here,
Not
yeah.
the handout
Oh, there it is.
section. It's
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I found it. I found it
okay.
now.
Okay, area B. We are on floor B1. Yeah, it has been a week. I needed to refresh my memory on this earlier.
Yeah, so as a refresher, what the AI had told you is that you needed to You needed to do something, although it wasn't specific what, an access control to get access to the control center to get access to hub access.
Okay. No, wait a second. Okay, so we're in hub access right now. Because
No, we're
before
in Area
here,
B.
area B
We
is
went,
one floor down.
yes, we went from, we were in the power area, that's where the AI was. We went north into hub access, then we went
And then got
west
into.
into Area C. We then took the elevator shafts, we climbed down them into Area B, and then fought the creatures, and now we're moving our way east.
Okay. See, moving
Trust
our
me,
way
I'm the
east.
navigator.
Alright.
Also, if we could stop at the some of the experiments along the way, that would be awesome.
Sounds like a terrible idea, but sure.
Yeah, I just want to take a peek at it. Like
J-
experiment 02AO, I think we could hit.
Just try to avoid any experiments that are building sized.
Yeah, yeah, well, we'll see. I just want to take a peek. We should know what's going on. Might be useful.
Fair enough. Maybe we'll find some evidence of them trying to research the Kylon or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, and what about these funny little round ones here? Are there anything different about them, Galen?
Oh, I can give them a read too, actually. Is there any writing on them?
There is, but it's definitely different. So go ahead and give me another history check.
Oh, it's okay.
Unfortunately, this whatever it says, the words seem to be esoteric, or at least words you don't recognize.
Okay, I don't know what it says on this, but the box says private, do not open. So do with that what you will.
Alright, I checked to see if the box is locked.
It
They might have
is, and it's
traps.
also
Be careful.
partially buried by stone debris.
Okay, can I shift the stone debris gently without doing too terribly much to disturb the box?
Possibly. I would say that you probably would give me a. Well, actually, I'd actually ask you how do you intend to do that?
Um, by being careful and deliberate, like one rock at a time, taking from the top of the pile as not to shift or, make any sudden movements or damage the box or, you know, like have the pile fall onto the box, just very gently unbury it enough so we can get the lid going.
Okay, fair enough. So in that case, you can go ahead and probably give me an dexterity check. You can use acrobatics. Okay, so it takes you a couple of minutes because you're being very careful to kind of slowly move the the large pieces of stone out of the way and kind of slowly shift the box out from underneath. But after 5 minutes of work, you've succeeded, and the box is now clear of the debris, and it looks like the pile of debris hasn't really moved.
Okay. Uh, hey, Pico, I might be able to help with a little bit of tinkering and engineering knowledge, but I believe you're the one to be, you know, doing these. Think.
It's funny, I can't help but wish we had a real rogue for this.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit more comfortable breaking into libraries than this, but sure.
I will do my best to give you some help.
Well, I could really use some expert guidance right now, so I'll go ahead and accept Ragu's help and attempt to use the thieves' tools to unlock the chest.
Okay,
Click.
go for it.
And I'm going to roll my d4, which gets me up to an 18.
Okay. So remind me again why you had advantage.
Because
Because I
Ragu is
was helping
helping
with
me.
my
Oh, okay.
tinkering skill.
Fair enough. All right. So, yep, you managed to open it, and inside you see a bunch of foamy material. that seems to be covering the full length. It's spongy as you push against it. It kind of gives, and it's dark in color.
Is it full of or lined with?
You just see a surface of this foamy material.
I kind of, I poke at
I'm gonna
it and
flick out a claw and just pull it up.
Okay, you pull it up, and then you see that it's also lined with the foamy material inside, and you see that there's a pair of what look like white boots, but the boots have gizmos on the surface and metallic clamps on the front and back, and as well as straps on the side.
hmm, some fancy looking boots.
Huh.
Is that all that's
Cool.
in here? Just the
It's
boots?
yeah. So the entire box, as big as it is, was basically full of this foamy material protecting those pair of boots.
Somebody want to identify that?
Yes. Uh, Galen, is there any writing that Galen can see, or am I going
On
to
the
be doing
boots?
like
Yeah,
a
actually,
scavenger
there
type
are there
thing?
are markings on there. So Galen, if you want to give me a history check, you can check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Can Pico help him out there?
You want to give me guidance, Pico? I don't think you can probably help since you don't know the
Yeah,
language, but
that's what I meant,
Yep.
but I didn't want to say it directly.
Well,
okay.
allow me to offer my expert guidance then.
Thank you.
Um,
Ugh, terrible. Expert guidance gives me what, a D4?
yes.
Oh wow.
9.
Not amazing.
You're looking at it, and you recognize a few words, or two words actually, protection and speed. But
Okay, I'll
there's
let
more
him know.
words that you don't recognize.
There's a bunch more words, but I was able to see protection and speed.
Well, we can
Hope they're
Nothing
always
not
take
full
protection from
identification.
speed.
Yeah, just slow boots.
we can always take some with us and get a little bit better identification on them afterwards.
Sure.
Now, Galen,
Mm-hmm.
these boots look rather exotic from what we're used to, right?
Yeah, you go and look at the materials it's made out of, and other than metal, you don't even know what material it's made out of.
You wouldn't happen to remember anything about life and the styles that people wore back when this place was still vibrant?
Mm,
You probably don't, but you can roll a d8.
I'll roll a D8, but not really.
Hmm.
It's fuzzy. It's not. You may or may not have seen these boots before. You don't know.
Ah, now here I thought you were a fashion connoisseur.
Yeah, doubt that.
Oh well. All right, well, I assume that we're gonna pack animal these things onto Ragu.
Yep, I'll go ahead and take them.
They
What do I
are they
just?
are
Okay,
1 pound.
okay.
Although if they are somehow an upgrade over my current boots, I am calling dibs right now.
What are your
Okay.
current boots? Could I maybe
Boots of
get
speed.
hand-me-downs? I would like boots of hand-me-down if you if you would
Hey, yeah.
Boots of Pico's leftover speed.
yeah, exactly. I could use running away fast.
All right, well, if it does turn out that they're a suitable upgrade, you've got yourself a deal.
Sounds good.
Uh, I guess I'll search around the room. Anybody want to help out with that?
I think all
Sh
that's really
sure.
left to search are these 3 barrels, unless you guys opened them while I was gone.
I'd like to try scavenging in some of these very interesting things, but I think I need to figure out my inventory a bit. So you guys look for that, and I will help if I can.
Okay, so as far as these things go, they're also partially buried. They look like they're closed and mostly intact, but they are partially buried under the pile of debris.
Okay. Do they just open from the top? Would we still be able to open them, or would we have to dig them out to get
You
up
probably
there?
the middle one you can probably open, but the bottom one and certainly the top one you'd need to dig out first.
Okay. Well, let's start with the middle one because they probably have similar things in it. Everybody want to clear out of the room really quickly? I'm gonna figure out how to open it and then try to open it from the doorway with Mage Hand.
While
So,
that's happening, I'm
Raipu,
going
you
to.
should leave the room in case this is bad. Yeah.
And Devok, before you get too close to that pile, I'm going to prod Mage Hand in the ceiling around this area here.
Okay.
okay.
You get the parts of the ceiling start collapsing, and it takes a good 15 seconds before it stops.
Wow.
All right, I go ahead and have Mage Hand extend a middle finger at the now fallen pile, and then
Fair enough.
move past.
All right, so for Galen, you're trying to figure out how to open this container.
Yeah, I was gonna figure out how to open it close to it. Then when I figure it out, I'm gonna back up and try to use Mage Hand on it.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh.
I can help with the tinkering and Lumev knowledge that I might have with
Okay,
Advantage
practical
then?
matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
you'd have advantage.
Okay, please don't be bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, you figure out how to open it. You haven't done it yet, but it turns out it's actually really easy. You just push the big red button.
Push the big red button. That sounds not dangerous. Alright,
All right.
everybody clear out. I will now use Mage Hand to push the big red button.
All right. You do so, and it opens. You hear a hiss, a brief hiss, and from there you smell something that it smells rotten.
Ugh. Well, I'll plug my nose and go take a peek.
You look inside, and you see a bunch of sludge. You can see some I guess you'd call it packaging, although the material is odd and the surface is colorful, like there's some sort of images somehow embedded on the surface. Um, but whatever's in there now is some sort of sludge. There are a
Ugh.
couple of words, so if you want to give me a history check, you might be able to recognize them.
Yeah, let's see if these words say anything.
You recognize a name, a Karen perhaps, and then you recognize the words "tasty treat."
It's really tasty food.
Huh.
We should not eat this. It looks horrifying.
Yeah, getting a whiff of that, my ears just fold up on the back of my head, my nose crinkles up, bearing some fangs in the process. That is
Old
definitely
meat
not a.
molds.
Those are not going to replace our rations. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
Old meat molds
Agreed.
here too in Lumev.
Okay. So what do you do?
All right.
Keep moving our way down.
Are we
Nice and
ready?
Yep.
Not really, but sure.
Okay.
All right. You open the door, and you see another storage room with a bunch of open containers. And the collapse is even bigger in this room. And it looks like the boxes are what boxes are there are buried and crushed.
Cool.
All right. Even this one in the back here, there's no surviving boxes.
Yeah, part of it looks solid, but then it looks like it's under something really heavy and kind of flattened.
I wonder if I can pull anything out of there. I'm going to use Mage Hand to poke around up here first to make sure nothing would collapse on me if I step inside.
Okay, yeah, you use Mage Hand to kind of shift things around, and it looks like everything's pretty solid. the pieces that have fallen are rather large and looks like very, very difficult to move. At least far beyond Mage Hand's ability.
Okay. Kind of get over here. These open boxes are all empties.
You start looking through them, and yeah, so far they look like they're empty. You can give me a perception check if you want to do an active search.
Okay. Would it be perception or investigation since I'm poking around?
If you're kind of pulling the lids off and really investigating, then yeah, you can do investigation. If you're just looking, then just do perception.
I'm going to put my eyes of minute seeing on, and I am going to go ahead and do an investigation type search, giving myself some expert guidance. Ooh, this may actually work pretty well.
Are you doing an
22.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ragu, you can. You didn't answer the question. Are you investigating or are you just looking?
I was investigating.
Okay, go ahead. You can go ahead and give me your perception or your investigation while you're at it. All right. So yeah, between you two, you look around and you see most of the stuff is empty indeed. However, Ragu, at the bottom of this, somehow still intact, you find a fire cylinder. And Pico, at the bottom of this box, you find a probably about 100 coins with the square missing in the middle. And you also find a smooth card with a bunch of symbols on there and some sort of weird stripe on the back.
I'm assuming it's a black or dark brown stripe.
Yeah. The card is very thin and light.
Any writing on it?
There's some symbols. Do you recognize these?
Go ahead and roll.
Is it the D8 or the history?
The history. You're just trying to recognize the symbols. You can also roll a d8, but that's separate.
Okay, well, I don't recognize the
Can
symbols
you help
from
him
history,
remember anything? Oh, never mind. He already wrote.
and I don't have.
Yeah,
any.
you're looking at it. It's just a strange card. You do get the strange sense that you used to have one of these, but you're not sure why you have that sense.
I'll let him know. I think I used to have something similar to that, so I don't know. Maybe we should hold on to it.
Okay.
Well, definitely planning to do that. So, all right.
And this box here, there's nothing any good in it or nothing to get at.
Yeah, it looks like it's mostly
Okay.
flattened.
All right.
Whatever was in there, chances are it was crushed. If you really want to find out, you can try digging it out, but you suspect that'll take a while because the pieces on it are really heavy.
Okay. Yeah, I found the fire cylinder. You found something interesting. I'm not so sure there's anything much left.
Yeah, I think we've probably. I think we did a pretty good job of searching this room. So, we can move on to the next one.
Oh,
Alright. We've got a top room now.
Let's see. Perception. Okay. All right. All right. So what do you guys do?
Yeah, I guess we can check this other door unless you guys. Yeah, 'cause it's probably better just go down this hallway once.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right. So who's checking the door? And what are you doing to check?
Good question.
I will go ahead and listen.
Okay. You don't hear anything obvious, but if you want to make an active check, you can give me a perception. No, you don't hear anything. I mean, these are thick doors, though, so you never know.
All right, I will try opening.
All right. As you try opening it, I have to do something real quick. No, not those, not those. Sorry, I seem to have misplaced something here. Come on, there it is. There we are. And then I will go ahead and remove that. All right, so you open it up, and the skittering noise that was just out of your hearing range is suddenly audible. And go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, dang.
Alrighty.
Oh, nice initiative.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
What? What are these numbers? 14, 14, 13, 1.
All right. So now we're at the beginning of round one. And Pico, as Ragu opened up the door, you suddenly hear metal on stone and metal on metal, and you hear what noise do you make, Ragu, as you see the spiders?
Get ready.
Okay, that's
Open
what you hear
initiative.
from
See the
Ragu.
spiders. Yep.
So what do you do, Pico?
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and run in and. Jeez. All right. I was hoping to sort of finesse my way here. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay. So there's 5 of them in here.
You do notice, however, that the door in the back of the room is open. And you can see at least one of the crates, probably 2 of them. And the one you can see clearly, you can see the front face looks like it's been busted open.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to vault over this spider to land here. And
Okay, so that is difficult terrain. However, let's see, what is their dex? I forget. All right, so you go to vault over it, and the spider looks like it's going to do something, but it just turns around to face you. So go ahead.
all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use my main attack to do Booming Blade on the.
Oh, let me put the names in. Sorry about that. I don't know why they're not. Oh, I do know now. All right. Save.
Ah, geez, I miscalculated on this, but
Once you see the name you're looking for, you can just say it. That's weird. Why aren't they showing up? All right, you can just click on it. I don't know why it's not showing up. I'm sorry about that. It's not. Just click on the one you wanted to hit. You know, like ping them.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna attack this one here.
Okay.
I was gonna do Booming Blade, and I realized a little too late that that would mean that I sacrifice my offhand attack, which I'm gonna need to get out of here. So I'm gonna yell that there's 5 of these things in here. Well, there's 5 of these spiders in here, and probably some open crates in another room. And so I'll go ahead and with my main attack. That's going to be for this guy, which I'm pretty sure misses.
That does. You remember from before their AC is 16.
All right, so now I'm going to use my offhand attack to attack the one just south of me.
Okay, that hits.
Amazing damage.
Okay.
All right.
You scratch it.
All right. I'll just go ahead and, using feline agility, run past it and out to here.
All right. So, Devok, you saw Pico run in, do something, and then run back out. What are you going to do?
I will walk this way. Shoot the spider directly in my vision. I don't know what name it has, but
Just ping nearby. Like,
yeah,
like
that one.
this. Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
And I'll shoot it with some Eldritch Blasts. Actually, no, I'm gonna put a corruption in front of the door instead.
Okay, is that going to affect everybody in the room?
Within, hold on, in a 10-foot radius of it.
Okay. So 10 foot, yeah, that's very scary everybody in the room. Which you'll need to remember in case anybody else runs into the room.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. Where does that start then?
If I'm assuming he's setting it up so it starts in front of the door.
Yeah.
If you
I
said
know
from
this says
here.
radius though. How can I make it so it doesn't hit us in the door, but it's everything in the
So
room?
yeah, it
10
would go to
feet there,
here.
10
If
feet there. Yeah.
yeah, if he puts it in the middle, it'll go to there, to that
Yeah.
hex.
Oh, because I'm higher level, I don't have to touch it anymore. So, yeah, I'll make it. I'll position it so it hits things in the room, but not us, basically.
Yeah. So basically, as long as you're outside the door, you're fine.
Yeah, cool. And
No,
that's
no, no. As long as you're outside the door. Wait
Yeah.
a second. Jeremy. All right, at a 10-foot radius, can you just ping where the center is then?
Go ahead,
Because that's way
Devok.
more
Go ahead
than
and ping
10
exact
foot.
the center is so that
Okay.
because I think he's trying to get a hex in there. So which hex are you going to put it in?
So it has a 10-foot radius. So probably like here, because that's two of the hexagons, right?
Yeah. So basically, if you do that, it will get the front of the door, and it'll get all the spiders except for 11 and 12. So it'll get 3 of the spiders. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they move into the square.
Oh,
Or the
okay.
circle.
Well, I see what you're doing. So yeah, if you start with the one in the corner, then it'll go up to the spider, but not to the hex in front of the door. All right. So you're gonna aim at this spider then.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means that Ragu, you can be in this hex and be fine, but if you go further than that,
Okay.
you're gonna be affected.
Okay. All right. I was trying to figure out where it was, but okay. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Is that the end of your turn, Devok?
Yes.
So go ahead and move into a hex that you occupy. There you go. All right. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to fire a beam at Ragu, but it has a
Come
-2
on.
to hit. And yeah, these are the improved to hit bonuses, but -2. So the 12 is definitely not good enough. So Ragu, one of the spiders moved and fired a beam at you, but it hit the wall, missing you entirely. What are you going to do?
Grr. I am going to. I'm going to reach into my left belt pouch. Let's see. Oh wait, I gotta click on that. No, that wouldn't actually work. Crap. Okay, I am gonna step forward.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing on this guy right here.
Okay, go for it. It dodges your 14.
And the second swing.
That hits.
All right.
So that be okay. So yeah, you definitely hit him, and you managed to do a little bit of damage.
All right, and then my follow-up attack will be here.
And that definitely hits
which
for a little bit
is
more
a whopping.
damage. So yeah, you definitely heard it. Almost a third of its health. So not too bad. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I am gonna stay right here in the door.
All right. So the spider in front of you is going to attempt a life drain. So there you go. A 17, you manage to block it. Spider 12 is going to move northward, and it actually fires a beam of energy. But because it's out of the corruption range, it gets its full attack bonus. But still does not hit you. You manage to dodge again. And then Spider 11 also fires a beam at you, also outside of the radius, but this time it manages to hit you with the 27.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, so I guess that'll just be that. Ignore that roll, I'm just using it for damage. So you take 13 necrotic damage and have to make a DC 10 Constitution save.
Okay.
Okay, you make the save, so you just take the 13 damage. And then Spider 9 is going to run around. He's running over some difficult terrain, but he's still got enough movement. And he is going to attempt a life drain, but he is in radius of the corruption, so takes the -2 to hit. And with a pathetic attempt, bites your armor, but it just scratches your armor. All right, Galen, you can hear the sound of combat. You can tell that Ragu has been hit with a beam of energy. What are you going to do?
All right, I'm gonna step in.
The spider in front of Ragu has been damaged, about 1/3 of its health. The other spiders look like they have not been damaged yet.
Yeah. Hmm.
And an excellent initiative roll, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. I tried really hard for it. I think I'm just going to shoot the spider in front of Ragu with a firebolt.
All right. Critical hit.
Oh, word. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
So that's what, 28? Wow.
Mhm.
It's still alive, but not by much. Definitely
Then
hurt it a lot.
ooh, I'm also going to use some of my pool of D6s to heal Ragu. I'm trying to find where I put the pool though.
Did I mark this yet? No.
Well, either way, I'm gonna use 2d6s to heal.
So you're using 2d6 to do what?
I'm using this.
Okay.
So
Cool.
my
So
warlock level
you're
is
healing Ragu, I take it?
Yep,
Ooh.
All right.
not much, but it's at least something, and I can do it as a bonus action.
All right. Is that the end of your
And
turn?
then yeah, I'm gonna back out, and that should be the end of my turn.
And does Ragu get back 5?
Is this many dice?
Plus your warlock level? Or wait a second, let me on.
The number
Equal
of
to
dice in the
total.
pool equals 1 plus your warlock level.
I think it's just a raw roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not anything outstanding, but it's
So I
a
got
little bit.
5 points back. All right.
Yeah, not amazing, but it's the best I can do.
Well, it's still something.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, it's still something. Still helps.
Beginning of round 2. Pico, you saw Galen fire a really effective firebolt and heal Ragu at the same time. What are you going to do?
One question is that energy beam that hit Ragu, is that actually the life drain or was that something different?
That's something different. The life drain is when they're in melee range and do something to attack. But
Yeah,
their
so
laser
27
resistance.
was the life drain. Yeah, so it was necrotic damage. So yeah, it was life drain.
Okay.
The beams missed, I think.
Okay. So wait, how did a
No, wait,
16
because
life drain a
this
hit
guy
then?
over here fired a beam at me, so he can do life drain from distance with his beams.
I thought it was this guy over here, because this guy fired a beam, but it missed horribly. I'm pretty
Oh, okay.
sure this guy over here is the one that life drained you.
Oh,
And
okay.
he rolled a 27, which is how he was able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay. Okay.
yeah, the beams haven't hit you yet.
So the 27 was actually manually rolling for the life drain attack?
Yeah, because I haven't updated their bonuses because I'm using they've been updated, so it's a
Okay, that's
D20. Yeah, so they
plus
have a
3.
higher bonus, so that's why I've been rolling manually.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make some sense out of that. I was just to make sure I was recognizing whether there were 2 different attacks or one. Anyway, enough of that. So come in here. I'm going to go ahead and use Eldritch Blast. I am going to fire on that mostly damaged one right in front of Ragu.
Makes sense.
So
And
that's
that
20.
hits.
That's 6 points.
All right. It's still alive, but definitely hurting.
Gonna fire the second one at it.
Which hits as well.
Another one amazing 1 point. All right, and I am going to go ahead and back up to my original position.
It looks like you brought it down to 1/10 of its original health.
Alrighty.
All right, Devok. Ragu is still in there fighting. One of the spiders is down to 1/10 of its health. What are you going to do?
I will scoot this way and then finish off that last spider.
Okay. You hit.
Those are both 19s. Kind of rude. 11.
All right. So it does take both of those hits to take it out, but you do manage to do it.
Naturally. And then I move back.
All right. All right. So Spider 10 moves. Actually, Spider 10's surprisingly smart. It moves to flank, which means it moves outside the range of the corruption, and it has advantage. But even with all that, it misses horribly. All right, Ragu. These spiders are trying to flank you. What are you going to do?
Alrighty. I am not going for the flank. I am going to. Spells. Okay. I am going to. Swing on him to start with.
Okay. You hit.
That's a hit. For 9 piercing.
Yeah, it definitely hurts it though.
And wait a second, where is it? Features. That's why I couldn't find it. All right. Can I trip attack maneuver this thing, or is it immune to prone?
It is. Is it immune to prone? It is not immune to prone. Oh yes, it is.
right.
Sorry, it is immune to prone. I lied.
In that case, I'm just going to take my second swing, switch over. Iridescent rapier on that guy.
You hit again.
Whammo!
Same one.
Same one.
Okay.
Another
So
12.
it's down to 2/3 of its health.
And my follow-up knuckles.
All right. And you hit again.
And that
All
is
right.
another 8.
You
And
managed
then
to
I am going
punch
to.
it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, and then I am going to move down here, and I know I'm going to get an attack of opportunity from one guy.
All right.
But I'll take that.
So let's go ahead and do it. This guy has the -2, I think. So we'll
Yeah.
do that. And you get out without getting any damaged.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is. They're not bunching up, those darn ranged weapons.
All right. So Spider 12 moves over. And I'm going to move him down a little just so you can see his health bar, but he's actually up in that top hex. And
Okay.
then he is going to, I guess, fire at Ragu
Come on.
with the critical hit.
Yep, that's, yeah.
So let's go ahead and roll that as a critical. All right, I'm going to roll it twice just to.
Wait, does the life drain from the lasers, or does
Oh
the
no,
life drain from the melee
my
attacks?
bad. That is this one. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to roll it twice just to do the critical hit, but man, there we go. Okay, so that would be 17 fire damage.
Okay.
I actually could have just rolled it once and hit attack twice. That was very inefficient.
Yeah.
But anyway, 17 fire damage.
Okay, and I'm resistant to fire.
Yep,
So, yeah.
so that halves it, round down, but no lower than 1.
All right. So yeah, 17. That's 8. Okay.
All right. And then Spider 11 is going to attempt the same thing. Let's see if it gets lucky too. It gets a 21, which is barely not good enough to hit you. So it actually, it's actually a glancing blow. It hits the side of your armor, and then kind of just leaves a little bit of a mark on there. But it misses. And then Spider 9 is going to run up and attempt a life drain. He's got the -2 because of Devok's spell, and he misses. Devok, your spell's still active, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Galen, you can see that Ragu got a decent hit on him, but not too bad. And the spiders are definitely bunching up on him. So what are you going to do?
Okay. Oh, they really are. Hmm. I think I'm going to shoot the one in front of him with a guiding bolt, hopefully at level 2 if it hits.
Okay. That hits.
Okay.
So that looks like 19 damage.
Yep. And then you'll get advantage on the next person who attacks that gets advantage.
So you basically chopped off 1/3 of his health.
Okay. Then I'll dip around the corner. I think that's my turn.
Which actually gives you a very good idea of how much health I have.
Yeah, they're kind of tough.
All right, so the beginning of round 3. Pico,
Alright.
go. What are you going to do?
Galen, did you shoot the one right in front of Ragu?
That's correct.
Yes, I did.
And that was a fresh critter when you attacked it?
Yes.
Uh-huh. It's pretty tough.
Okay. Well, I am going to go ahead and fire Eldritch Blast at it, which I heard I'm getting advantage on, right?
Mhm.
Are you
All
getting
right.
advantage?
Yeah,
Yes,
because of the
guiding bolt
spell.
gives
Okay, because of
whoever.
guiding bolt. Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
Yep, so I'll fire my Eldritch Blast, which is technically just one spell. So, wink, and I'm going to dump both of them in there.
Okay.
Boy, I needed the advantage.
Apparently.
All right. Oh, well, I needed the advantage there too, but no damage advantage.
No, unfortunately.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and duck out of the way again.
Fair enough. All right, Devok, you can see they're chipping away at the spider to the north of Ragu. It has a little bit more than half its health left.
I will shoot it.
Crit.
Okay.
And a miss.
Okay.
4 damage.
All right, it is
That's
at exactly
a
half health now.
lame crit.
Is that the end of your
Yeah.
turn?
My
Yes, sir.
All right, spider. You notice the spider 10. It starts to move away, so it's moving away outside of Ragu's attack or melee range. So Ragu, you can take an attack of opportunity if you want, which would be a normal melee attack. Okay, you miss. So it continues to move, and then you hear a buzzing noise, and you notice, and then you hear the door at the end of the hallway open. Let's see, that's rough. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. That would have been its free action. So 6, and fire at Galen.
No,
Ugh.
it doesn't
This
want
one
to.
is much too smart for its own good.
So Galen, it hits.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure I click on the right one. So you take 9 fire damage as a beam of energy hits you in the back.
Okay, so what do I round that to if I'm
So round
resistant?
down, no less than 1.
Okay.
All right, Ragu, you heard the door open in this direction, and you look over there and you see a spider. What are you going to do?
Arrgh. I've still got these 3 here, and if I move, then they're all gonna run down. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing away on this one right here, directly up on me.
Okay.
I am going to swing my first iridescent rapier. Do I hit? Do I hit? Yes, I
Yes,
do
you do.
hit. I am going to roll damage, which is 10,
All right.
and I'm going to roll. Oh, I'm not going to roll a d8. I'm going to use my superiority die point, which is now 3. All right, and I am going to commanding strike Pico to. Now is the time, Pico. Eldritch Blast, or a attack.
Oh, that gives you're doing a command that allows us an attack.
Yes, I'm doing a command that burns my bonus action to give one ally an attack, and you'll add the d8 to your damage, not mine.
Okay, go
Holy
ahead and
crap!
roll your d8 then, so he knows what to add.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not at his desk at the moment, so we'll let him do his
Oh,
attack when he
sure.
comes out. So go ahead and finish what you're doing, Ragu.
All right, so Pico's got an Eldritch Blast 1 up there, and I am going to roll my second rapier attack,
Okay.
which misses, and I can't stack anything on it, and that was my bonus action with the Commander's
Okay.
Strike.
All right. So
Staying there.
we'll let Pico do his attack when he comes out. In the meantime, because Spider 10 it's going to be a while before he goes again. So Spider 12 will then shoot at you, Ragu.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay, that took a while, but that does hit unless you can avoid it somehow.
22. Yeah, I am gonna go ahead and burn a spell slot for shield. So, okay, one spell slot. That gives me the 27 AC
Okay, so
till
this is like
the
a
start of
shield?
my next turn. Yeah,
Okay.
the actual shield spell. I said I just burnt a spell slot for it. Yeah,
Okay.
for shield.
All right, so Spider 11, it doesn't know that you shielded, so it's going to fire anyway. And, well, it wouldn't hit anyway. Spider 9 is going to attempt to bite you with a -2, or life drain you, that is. And it fails miserably.
Okay.
And Caitlin, you can see, you hear these beams of energy hitting the wall. You see this spider attempt to bite Ragu, but kind of bites the ground instead. What are you going to do?
Oh. Okay, well, there's a guy over here, so
Yep.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. If I remember correctly, they are susceptible to lightning, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Shocking Grasp on it.
It is vulnerable to lightning. You hit.
Right?
So whatever damage you get to double. So
Oh, yeah.
28 damage.
Yeah, that'll beef it. And then it's not quite dead, but that was 3, so 1. I'll run back. It shouldn't be able to attack me because I removed its thing.
That's correct.
Call.
So before we end out the round, Pico, go ahead and do your Eldritch Blast against Spider 10.
Is Spider 10 the one down the hall?
Yeah.
All right.
And you get to add 6 to your damage because that was my superiority die roll.
All right. Does it even have 6 points of damage?
Okay, it's dead.
Oh. No, those were rolls.
Oh, sorry. It might not be dead. It's not dead. You missed.
No.
You
Okay,
missed
fair
with both
enough.
of them. Oh.
So round 4. And Pico. Okay, so that is not enough to kill it. It's so close. So close. It's got 1 hit point left.
All right, it's up to you, Devok.
All right, that's the end of your turn. All
Will
right,
do.
Doc, what are you going to do?
Move forward and shoot the small spider, or the spider that's nearly dead, with 1 Eldritch Blast.
That's this one here.
Yes, correct.
Okay, that hits, and
All right.
For 1 damage.
it does die.
Okay. And then shoot the one in front of me for
Okay.
12 damage.
So if you're shooting, then big
yeah.
and melee will
Hold
give
on.
you disadvantage, but you could
I
have
can
just
shoot from here.
you
I
could
can
have
shoot
just been
from
here
I
or
guess I
stayed
can
there.
shoot
Yeah.
from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so that does hit. So that is 12. Okay. So it doesn't kill it, although it's very close to death. And I'm assuming that's the end of your turn?
Yes.
Nice.
All right, Ragu. The creature in front of you has just slightly more than 1/10 of its original health. What are you going to do?
I'm going to swing away.
And it dodges. And you hit.
Oh, no.
All right, and you kill it.
All right.
Is that the end of your turn?
And let's see, 1, 2, 3.
So I'm going to go ahead and move it to its proper hex in case you decide to run in there.
That's what I'm thinking. I will go ahead and move 3 hex and take my my bonus action swing.
Okay, you hit.
I'm really damn good. I have a lefty here, a left hook.
All right, so good solid hit. It's let me move him to the side so that you can see his bar. He's still right in front of you, but just so you can see that.
Yeah,
All right, is that the end of your turn?
that is.
All right. So Spider 12 is right there, so it's going to do a life drain since you're close. And with a 27, it hits. Since you had your turn, your shield is gone. Is there anything you? Actually, it would give you an AC of 27, so yeah, it's going to hit regardless.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Let's get this done.
At least it's
All
not double
right,
damage.
so you take 14 necrotic damage and have to make a DC 10 Constitution save,
Nice.
which you make. So you just take the 14. All right, Spider 11 is going to fire a beam. If it knew you were resistant to fire, it might do something else, but it doesn't know. But it misses anyway.
I can. Okay, it misses anyway. Cool.
Okay, so Galen, Ragu has run into the room to fight. I don't know if you can see him from there. The
Nope.
spider in the hallway is dead, thanks to Devok. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna move to here. Oh, okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. I'm gonna move 4 to here. Hit it with a shocking grasp.
Okay.
Right in front of me. Oh,
Crit.
let's go.
So we're going to
Nice.
double whatever you get. So that's
Oh, my.
25, so 50 points of damage, and that's enough to finish it off.
Okay. And then
Wow,
I'm
you
gonna
just
actually.
exploded it.
Yeah, I'm gonna back off. Lightning.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
So, okay, so you're good where you are now, but if your Devok's spell is still active, so if you go one more forward, then you get a -2 to hit.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I should have had -2s to hit. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you should have, but you would have hit anyway, so we're fine. All right, so round
I
5.
apologize.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll
I
remove it on
forgot
my
to.
turn.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and fire Eldritch Blast at this thing. Looks like both of those hit
They did.
for a whopping 8 points of damage.
Okay,
And I'm going to take cover again.
fair enough. All right, Devok, what are you going to do? There are no spiders in range of your spell, so you're going to move it over to Spider 11, or you're going to cancel it. What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna cancel it and then shoot the spider.
Okay. You hit. And you miss.
7 damage.
Well, it's still a decent chunk. Is that the end of your turn? I'll take that as yes. All right, Ragu. The spider has been attacked. It still has a little bit more than 2/3 of its health. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna just go ahead and move up here. As long as I can keep it looking at me, it's not gonna shoot at them.
So
Swing
say that
hard.
again. Okay, you're attacking. All right, you hit.
Yep. All right, I'm going to roll damage,
Okay.
just 9, and then I'm going to burn a superiority dice. That's 2. Okay, and it is going to be Devok, attack! And he will add 3 to his damage.
Okay.
If he
Devok,
hits.
you can use a cantrip or attack.
Sorry?
Ragu uses abilities so you can attack out of turn, so you can use a cantrip or an attack.
Sorry, I didn't realize. And I rolled a 1.
Woo.
Does
One more
Eldritch
time?
Blast actually fire 2 blasts in the same attack, or are they separate attacks?
Oh, you're right. It
It
technically
fires
does
2 in
fire a
the
second
same.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
so go for it.
I
Alright.
missed.
Fair enough, but
My
now,
God.
but yeah, that's how
Your
it works.
rolls hate you, man.
Actually, the
Yes,
same
they
thing
do.
happened to me when Ragu gave the same ability. I think his ability's defective.
Yeah.
That must be it.
Ah.
All right, Raku, is that the end of your turn?
Wait a second. Nope, that was my first incandescent rapier. I still have 1 rapier attack.
Okay, go for it.
All right, I'm gonna swing again.
You hit.
That's another hit. All right, I'm going to. Come on. All right, do the 11 damage,
Yep.
And
He's less than half.
yeah, I'm not going to burn another maneuver dice right now.
Fair enough. Got to save something for future battles. All right.
Yeah.
So the spider is going to attempt a life drain. Devok's spell is no longer active, so he doesn't have to worry about that, and he gets crit.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. Okay.
So I'm going to roll this once and damage twice, and we'll take the higher damage. So 13 necrotic damage and make a DC 10 Constitution save. Which you make. So yeah, just the 13 damage, and that's it. And Galen, you can see that Ragu has been rocked with another attack. What are you going to do?
We just need to kill these. I can heal them after. So 1, 2, 3. And Shocking Grasp. Oh my god.
Another crit.
This is insane.
So whatever you get, double whatever you get.
If you had
So
stayed close to the
16,
spider, I could have had you
17,
attack.
34. Anyway, it's dead. So we'll go ahead and end combat.
You're just short-circuiting them
Cool.
all out.
Let me heal you, Ragu.
Thank you.
So this will be 8 plus your hit dice back. Do you need me to do any cure wounds, or should maybe we just rest? So you can use some of
Hold
your
on
hit
a second.
dice.
You said 8 plus hit dice, so 8,
8
9,
plus your hit
17.
dice.
Okay. Before you use a spell slot, Pico, do you have any of those extra good berries left? We'll see if that helps.
Let me see what I have on me. Yeah, I have some. I could give you 10 of them. That should get you 30 hit points back.
That will work, and Galen will save his spell slot for now.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
What do you do?
Well, there's 2 doors. One is open, one is closed. How are we feeling here after this battle? Galen, you got hit too, Duak.
So Ragu,
Thank you.
now since the door's open, your passive perception is high enough that you can hear scratching coming from this direction somewhere.
Okay, yeah, it's like I'll motion, bring my finger up to my lips like a shush, and then point over at the door.
Okay, so Pico, as you get close, it's coming from inside this crate. It looks like there are some creatures that are climbing around inside. Go ahead and give me a stealth check as you approach so that I know whether they know you're there or not. Let's see, what's their passive? So they don't seem to recognize you, or they don't know you're there. But you can definitely hear them crawling inside. The other 3 boxes are open.
I'm gonna sneak up to one of the boxes then and take a look at it. Does it look like it was just opened or somehow damaged?
It looks like it was damaged, and because of that damage, the creatures were able to finish it off. Basically, bust 3.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and check the other box. You said it was this one that's making the noise,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, pretty much the other 3 are the same. It looks like with whatever damage the building took, the falling debris and whatever else happened, it seemed to have damaged these holding containers and made it possible for the creatures to break free.
Is there anything of consequence inside the ones they've escaped from?
You do see you see hair, you see what looks like slime or vomit. That's a little chunky.
Oh
You
yeah.
see some other sludge that you can't identify. You see bits of metal, um, and you see that at the bottom right corner, there is some sort of tube that goes downward. And as you're looking at the tube, some sludge kind of comes out of it, and there's a few chunks of some unidentifiable material in there, but it looks organic.
That's probably how they feed the things. All right. All right, it looks like we're probably okay. Just some of the boxes were damaged and the things were able to fight their way out. The last one looks to be intact, so those creatures shouldn't give us any problems. Although actually with the damaged boxes, was it that there was a damaged door that they got out of, or was it like a different side, like one of the walls of the crate that they got out of?
Two of them look like they're the doors. One of them looks like it might have been one of the walls.
The one where the door is intact, I want to experiment with that and see how does the door open.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a intelligence check if you have anything related to. Um, you can actually give me a thieves' tool check since this would be similar to picking a lock.
Can I
Okay.
help in tinkering?
And Ragu was asking if he could help with tinkering.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All right. And I could use some expert
Sorry, Ragu, I didn't hear that at all.
guidance.
Hello. Can you hear
Yeah,
me
I
now?
can hear you now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay,
Don't know why
29.
I was quiet.
Yeah, you figure out how to open and close the door. It's currently closed and locked. It would take you a couple of seconds to open it if that's what you want to do.
Is it like a purely mechanical type thing, or does it seem like anything that has any remote means of activating it?
Both of those things might be true. It's definitely mechanical. You can definitely open it from here, but it does. You do get the impression that there is some extra. There's some extra gizmos on there, and one of them looks like a hook or something that could open it. So you suspect that it can probably be remote opened.
Looking at the one with spiders in it, how many are in there?
There are 4 of them in there,
X.
kind of crawling all over each other.
All right. Well, unless you guys didn't have enough to do with the rat spiders, I think we should maybe check out this door over here instead.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. You open the door, and you see a room with the door on the far side, but you can see that this room is fairly unsound structurally. You can see there's cracks in the ceiling. You can see bits of flaked stone kind of fall just as you open the door. But it does look like the door at the far end probably still works.
All right. Well, first thing I'm going to do is use Mage Hand to poke at the ceiling.
Okay, you do so. You're gonna just take the time to go cover the whole room.
Yep, basically.
All right, so yeah, you spend probably a couple of minutes doing that just to make sure you get all the corners and everything, and there is a fair amount of stone that collapses. Surprisingly, as you look up, you can see that the ceiling still you don't see light or anything or the floor above. So the thickness of the ceilings is they're quite thick. It appears. Anyway, so after 5 minutes, you knock all the debris, free the debris from the ceiling, and it stops falling.
All right, let's see what we're dealing with then here. Oh. I'm gonna listen at this door.
Okay, you listen at the door, and you you get the sound of a muffled alarm.
Galen, this sounds like your cue.
Oh boy. Okay.
There's a faint alarm in here, so this is
Yeah,
probably one of those not going to like the rest of us. I step
Alright.
out of the way.
Alright, I'm gonna open it up.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it'll have me whitelisted though, because I turned off all the alarms in this building, supposedly.
So as you enter, you hear a feminine but artificial sounding voice speaking. Um, Go ahead and give me a history check to see if you can understand it, Galen.
Okay. Come on. Eh.
Okay. As you listen, you make out a few of the words. Area E is the probably the biggest thing that comes out, and lockdown and defense stations.
Okay. I'll tell everybody what I heard.
Well, we are actually, based on the map, Area E would logically be this direction. We could check it out, but if it's locked down, chances are that door may not even open. If we have to come back to Area E, I'm sure we'll find out the hard way. But if you want, we can go ahead and try and just see if that door even opens. Oh, wait, there's two doors. Yeah, try the north door first and see if it even opens. Then we can check that door to the east.
Okay. I'll open up this door, I guess.
Okay, you press it, and the voice changes. You can roll again to see if you can understand the new words. And
Slightly better.
it's fairly simple this time. It says, authorization granted, and the door
Oh, cool.
opens. And as you open the door, you can see this fairly, this hallway. You can see that the lights are flickering red, and the alarm is blaring, and you see the four doors.
Okay. Interesting. There's a bunch of doors out here. I'm gonna open them one by one.
Okay,
Starting with
you
this
open
one.
the first door, and as you do so,
Whoa.
you see a large room, and you can see the center and some of the sides are covered with debris. You see a multiple. You kind of recognize these as being weapon-related chairs based on the creator facility, and then you see a bunch of glowing panels along the sides of the room. So what do you do?
Okay. I don't see any defenses yet if you guys want to look at, or is this this thing? What is that?
No, that's just a light.
Okay,
It's
you
a
guys
flickering
should
light.
come look at this. This is crazy.
Oh, what? Whoa.
What do these
Whoa, is that?
signs say anything? Or the
So
I
as
would
you
like to
as
move
you look
forward,
at
but I
that,
need to
you
refresh.
actually see out. You actually see the city as you look down at this glowing panel, and it seems to be aimed at some ruined buildings and a road. And there are some symbols on there, which you can roll to decipher if you want.
yes, I would like that.
Same
History.
roll as previously,
Yes.
and it says searching for targets. And then there's some sort of time at the bottom, and next to that it says time since last acquisition, and it lists a bunch of numbers, although the numbers don't really mean anything to you.
Okay. Interesting.
I would like to move forward and view that too, but I'm trying to refresh my roll 20, so
Okay,
I'm stuck
I
on the
went
bottom.
ahead and moved you up.
Okay.
And wait, did it say how long ago it had been?
There's
The calendar's
a string of
indecipherable.
numbers, but the numbers themselves don't mean much. They don't seem to be days or weeks because it's way too many numbers.
How many numbers are we talking?
Um, Probably in the millions, or actually, I guess it'd probably be in the hundreds of millions.
Okay,
So it's
yeah,
just a
that would
long
definitely.
string of numbers off the screen.
All right. Um, Interesting. And based on the views, does it seem like they're all from this building or different areas around the city?
Are you going to take a look at the other screens as well?
Yeah, but I am gonna take, seeing all the debris, I'm gonna check that ceiling out pretty carefully.
Okay, you spend a couple. Are you using Mage Hand, or are you just looking?
Uh, I'll use Mage Hand. I really don't want to take any chances.
Okay, so yeah, it takes a couple of minutes to knock the stones loose. So while you're doing that, Galen is currently looking at this screen. Ragu, can you see the map yet?
No, I've got a white screen. It hasn't even gone black and then to the map yet.
Okay, well I'll leave you to that. And Devok, what are you doing during those few minutes?
I'll check out the screen over here.
Okay.
Okay.
So these are the screens up here. So I'll just put you up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you look at that one, and it uh, it appears to be pointing at another structure and a street, and you see one of the large war machines um, walking down the street, and as um, as you're watching, you can see it kind of zoom in on the street, and you can see what looks like something like a wrapper from your rations or something like that. You know, some little piece of trash that you guys might have left behind, or another group might have left behind, and you can see that the war machine kind of walk over to that, and you can see some symbols going by and the colors changing on the trash, and then the war machine stomps on it.
Interesting.
And
I
Pico,
relay this.
oh,
Huh?
sorry, go ahead.
I said I relay this to the rest of the party.
Ah.
And Pico, by now you finished clearing up the ceiling, and you feel the room is safe.
All right. Well, with that in mind, gonna go ahead and take a look at some of these screens and see if I can recognize whether or not that's the view from around this building or if it's throughout the city.
Okay, so I would say go and give me a probably a survival check. Um, to see how much of the how much you recognize.
Mhm. All right. Well, let's go ahead and use my expert guidance to figure that out. Oops. I'll just roll the d4 first for change. And survival, 21.
Okay, so yeah, you're convinced that these are all views of the military district from as seen from the military HQ from this building.
All right.
Although there's one exception to that, and that would be this one way over here, and
Mm-hmm.
it is of the military district, but it appears to be in the sky and moving oddly. Like it'll hover, and then it'll quickly move, and then it'll hover again, and then it'll move, and it'll hover again, and then when it's hovering, it looks like it's just panning around, and you can see symbols appearing, you can see different shapes appearing around objects, and then it'll continue to move.
Interesting. So
Are there
this
any
is
buttons or anything around that screen?
There are buttons. There's a number of controls, although none of the controls really make sense. I'm assuming you're looking
Galen.
at it, so I'll go ahead and move you over.
All right. Yeah.
Can you? Are
Galen.
you still a white screen?
No, it's black now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's let us know when it loads. But I went ahead and moved you over. That you're taking a look with Pico.
Okay.
All right, Galen.
Um,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Galen, if you can make anything out of these buttons.
Let me check it out.
Okay. So you're gonna go
What?
to where they are? Yeah. Go ahead and roll if
Oh,
you want.
there's a map. Okay, I can move now. Cool. Okay, I see what's going on.
Cool. So Galen, you don't recognize most of the buttons, but you do recognize a few. One says return. One says identify target. One says fire weapons at target. One says self-destruct.
Okay, I'll tell everybody what I've seen.
Interesting.
I think these are for controlling those war machines.
Oh.
As tempting as it is to mess with these defenses, we probably should leave them alone just to, because anything that helps us will also help any of our foes.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in the chair though. I want to see what's going on in it.
All right.
Yeah, you
Sit in
sit in
that
the
chair like a
chair,
captain.
and it swings around, and it appears to have a series of controls. And as you're looking at the controls, you see a few words you recognize, such as deploy, retreat, and then you see one that it looks a little strange. Uh, it says it has essentially nuke something.
Oh, got it. Okay, so this is a
Press
lot
the
of.
button.
I'm not pressing that button.
Oh.
We've already done the nuke thing and burned the fate points to prove it.
Yeah, I say we let that be.
Maybe.
But this is definitely a place to control all the defenses.
Most definitely.
And you said one of the views was moving and kind of from an aerial view, right?
Yeah, the one you're next to.
I don't know if we saw anything in the sky, but geez, I guess it wouldn't surprise me they'd have something like a mechanical dragon,
Yeah.
The
some sort of
impression you're
airship.
getting is that the view is from inside the opaque fog in this, because if you remember, above the street, there's this fog that's more or less opaque, um, and that so you can't even see the buildings go all the way up, and this view is probably inside that fog, but somehow I can see through it.
Note to self: don't try to hide from that thing using fog cloud. All right, well, I gotta say, this is one impressive watchtower. I think this puts any of your typical archers on a wooden platform to shame.
Yeah, seriously, this thing is crazy.
Shall we check out the next of the rooms?
Yeah. Be careful though. I'm gonna open it first.
Okay.
Actually, I'll wait until Ragu steps away from the button. No, just kidding.
You
No, I
open
will
it,
not
and
be pushing it.
you
It's
open the
more.
next
Guys,
room,
it's
and it
more.
looks very similar, actually.
There's so much more.
Almost,
Ceiling duty.
almost like this was built from a template.
Interesting.
Yep, I'll make sure the ceiling's safe. I suspect the other two rooms are going to be the same. We'll check to make sure, and then I think we should search these, see if we find anything other than ways to blow ourselves up.
Okay, so you take care of the ceiling. Galen and Devok and Ragu, what are you guys doing?
Let's check out some more of these screens. Are they the same?
Yeah, as
They
you
read
go and look, you can see that these screens or these views seem to be from ground level. They're from the same building, but they seem to be from a lower level than the rest. And a couple of the views seem to be from you would guess tunnels.
I see.
And in fact, you recognize the tunnels as being very similar to the tunnels that you traveled through under the city.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Using one of these chairs, can you take over and remotely control some of these larger water machines?
I mean, probably, yeah. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure which things it controls.
I say we press the button.
No, it's gonna nuke something.
Not if we don't press the nuke button.
Alright. I'm worried it's gonna get us hurt.
It might.
I'm a little bit more concerned that if we do have unfriendly groups roving around, that might get their attention.
Good point.
Although I
Okay,
guess
maybe we
that's
Oh yeah, because there's still a group in the area. I don't think they quite know exactly where we are or if we're following them.
I thought they had already left. If they're still in the area, I'd kind of want to run into them.
well, we don't want to run into them here where we've disabled the defenses for this building.
Ah,
Because that could give them some early advantages we would regret.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take a peek over here. Probing the ceiling first. I'm going to go ahead and work my way up to the other doors and have a quick peek through them.
Okay, I'll go ahead and open them up for you.
All right, yep, more of the same.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and check the ceilings for structural instability, and once that's all taken care of, I think we should go ahead and do a quick search pass through all 4 rooms and see if we find anything interesting.
Agree.
Okay, so you search through the rooms. So what I'll have you do is you're all working together. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and have you make a group perception check, and then just take the 2 highest numbers, kind of like a stealth check. Just so you're all searching together, so you're all helping each other, that kind of thing. So basically, everybody make a perception check.
can I make
Alright.
investigation?
I will.
You can substitute perception with
I
investigation
did
if you're
really,
willing
really
to
well.
actually touch and manipulate things.
Okay.
Oh wow, I totally screwed that up. I only rolled a
Uh-oh.
10, and that's with expert guidance.
My God.
Yeah, we know what we're doing, guys.
So a 19 and a 14 look like the highest two. All right.
That's
All right.
horrible.
So here's what you find. So you go through the screens in the lower right room are from higher up. There's the one in the sky, and then others from fairly high vantage points. The one from the lower left screen are basically from lower vantage points, and some of them are inside of tunnels. The ones in the upper right screen seem to point at various areas inside this building, although most of them are in fairly uninteresting rooms. Although, interestingly, one of them shows you a room that is filled with at least a dozen automata, all lined up in neat rows. And the upper left set um, seem to be from more of they seem to be from the vantage points of various machines, you would guess. And as one of them looks down, you can see the lower body of one of the massive war machines. So they seem to be following some of the machines that are moving around the city. And you can see one of those machines is standing over or near what looks like a burned out human body that obviously is more recent than the destruction of the city.
Ooh, interesting. Where was that?
Yeah.
That would be. Hold on, let me take a look at the map. That would be essentially south of your of the military HQ.
Hmm.
Probably 1 or 2 hexes south.
All right.
Looking at the image coming back, you said it was a burned out corpse. Is the clothes or equipment on it recognizable as being from Mavin or?
You're looking at it. It is pretty charred and burned, but you do recognize the style to know that it is definitely from Avon.
Okay, but no necessarily symbols or colors or sigils or nothing that's recognizable.
Yeah, you don't recognize who or specifically what because it looks like it's kind of generic traveling gear. That's probably not what the person normally wears. It's probably they wore, kind of like if you go out camping or something or hiking, you'll wear stuff specifically for that. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I didn't know if there were any like symbols like a knight would wear his
There might have been, but if there were, they were burned away.
Okay.
Of course, it is important to keep in mind you're only getting one vantage point from a machine, and the machine's certainly not looking for what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, we can potentially check that out the hard way later on. Yeah, that's going to be interesting because, well, clearly, I mean, given the whole reason that the Nexus Guild did this whole recruitment program, was it even just stuff like the crater was a big cataclysmic, uh, destructive event for them. I can't imagine any of the normal crews making it out this far. Um, is it? How long does that view linger on that human? Is it still visible?
No, it basically you saw it for maybe a couple of minutes and then it moved on.
All right. How clear was the image? I mean,
Pretty clear. I mean, it would be like standing over the body. It was clearly zoomed in.
all right. I guess I'm
I'm
gonna go
thinking we
ahead and
might
just.
be able to use these machines to do a little bit of pre-scouting, but we need to figure out how their controls work better.
If we're gonna do that, that's probably better to do on the way out when we might need to start worrying about being out on the street again. Um, for now, that doesn't help us figure anything out in here. Although with that human, one of the things I'm going to do is that try and memorize its look. In fact, just for the heck of it, right now, for now, I'm going to go ahead and, to my best of my ability, alter self to look like it, just to kind of help everybody else's memory get jogged.
Sure, go ahead and give me probably a perception or a skill if you have a related skill. Let me see. Come on. Sorry, this thing's slow. I'm just looking to see what would be related. Perception would work just fine.
All right, well, let me roll my d4 because I'm going to get, oh, well, that's a lot of great expert guidance, but 11.
You make a serviceable replication, but unfortunately, as you're kind of getting the details right, the machine moves on before you can finish.
Well, we'll take what we can get. So,
Do
anyway,
you have
if you
an
guys
idea
want to
of the
sort of,
location that the machine is at? Instead of like a hex or two away from the building, we could
it's a little
swing
ways
by there.
south. I think we can get there.
And so long as we have a vague idea where to go, we can check it out ourselves on our way out.
Yeah, that was my plan. Well, we've got another door over here we can check. Do we hear any alarms behind this?
The alarm is actually quieter if you're listening through the door.
Oh, I bet it's through the other door then, through this one.
Gonna back away.
Yeah,
Okay.
why don't you get out of the room? I'll open it up.
Okay. You open it up, and yeah, the alarm is clearly not coming from this direction. It was clearly meant for this area. So you suspect that this passage actually leads to a different area.
Okay.
As you
Yeah,
enter, you notice
it's
that the
messed up.
structural integrity of this hallway is really poor.
Yeah, for real. Alright, well, there appears to be a door at the other side. Can I like make my way through the hallway or is it too
Sure,
tight?
you can try.
Alright.
If I see Galen stepping forward, I can say, no, I do not recommend that.
Okay. Oh yeah, ceiling. I'll let you guys worry about that.
Yeah. I can
Toot toot.
help with Mage Hand to speed the process if needed.
Yeah, another possibility is, well, actually,
Go ahead and move you guys so you guys, unless you want to stay apart.
No,
yeah,
we'll get together.
now that I look at the map, this may be it. I was assuming we'd have to go all the way across Area B to get to access control, which may still be the case, but this might actually be a bit of a shortcut. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and whip out Mage Hand and start punching the ceiling.
Okay, it takes you a good 5 minutes, but eventually stuff stops raining down.
Such shoddy workmanship in Lumev.
All right, so is anybody else doing anything during those 5 minutes?
Well, like I said, I could help with Mage Hand to speed things up, but
Okay, fair enough.
I see
So we'll
anyone
get say
else.
2.5 minutes then. So Galen and Devok.
I think I'm
Yeah, I don't think I have anything to do either.
Okay, so 2.5 minutes passes, and stuff stops raining down. So what do you do?
All right. I guess, do we want to send our tank in to do a building
well,
inspection?
I don't
Sure.
know. I think maybe since that door is having an alarm and she said that I was accepted, that maybe having him not or go in is not the best idea.
All right. Well, I'm talking about just across the room, not
Oh,
necessarily open the door.
oh yeah, sure. You want to
Yeah.
figure out if it's safe?
Yeah, I'll step over here. Step over here, being wary. Anything
So
happens, I'm ready to make an
Ragu,
axe
as
check.
you step there, you hear a crack beneath you. What do you do?
Move off that hex. Go
All
for
right,
it.
go ahead and give me a deck save. Okay, so you the ground beneath you basically cracks under pressure, and you wind up losing your footing and stumble and fall on you basically on your face on here, and you take a point of damage as you smack into the stone.
Okay. Careful on that spot. It'll crumble under you. I stand up
Wonderful.
and I very carefully come across.
Okay, so you climb around the large stones. It's definitely difficult terrain, but you're able to climb around due to how large they are. They don't move under you.
I come here.
And you finally reach the door. The area you're in now is fairly quiet. You can barely hear the alarm.
All right. And I warn everybody of this one spot here and say, Very careful there, but you should be able to get by. Is there anything here in this area that might
Yeah, there's rubble on the
just
ground. The ceiling looks to be in reasonable shape, though.
okay?
Okay, that's
And
good.
I'll just kind of do a quick glance around to see if anything sticks out as the other guys are crossing.
Sorry, say that again.
Alright, I'm gonna
I'm
cross
just
up.
doing a quick look around and inspection while the other guys are crossing the room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm crossing.
All right. Yeah, it looks reasonable. The palm print on the door is flickering, but seems like it should work.
Okay, I'll try it out.
Okay. The door opens, and unfortunately, this isn't a new area on its own after all. Despite the alarm sound decreasing. However, you do see a large metal box that's locked that seems to be in very good condition.
Guys, there's a box.
Well, that does not sound like access control, but
No, what does it say on it?
Go ahead and give me a roll.
No, I have no clue. Too many words.
It says do not and something.
It says do not, but I don't know what it's telling us not to do.
I'm gonna listen carefully.
Okay, you listen. You don't hear anything.
Hmm.
Well, shall we try opening it?
It is definitely locked.
So you definitely don't see the words danger or fragile, correct?
Nope.
No.
Hmm.
And it's definitely not coming, so the likelihood
Maybe
of
it's
happening
No,
is
yeah.
much less.
maybe it says do not stack. Does it appear to be locked?
It is locked.
I can help you with my tinkering to give you some lock mechanics advice, but that's on you
All
there.
right. Well, I'll try and unlock it, and then we'll figure out what to do from there.
Okay.
So I'm going to give myself some expert guidance. I will accept Ragu's help and try with my thieves' tools for a total of 26.
You succeed. The lock DC was 25. It was a very, very good lock. However, you do unlock it. It clicks. What do you do?
Well, my work here is done, and I am going to step out into the hall.
That sounds
Okay.
smart.
Well, you guys step out in the hall, and I will
Agreed.
let me know when you're
Actually,
ready.
let's step all the way out the rest of the hall, just in
Probably.
case the ceiling is that bad.
That's a smart plan.
All right, Ragu, what are you doing?
All right. I'm going to very carefully open the latches on the box
Okay. They open.
and just hold my breath and crack the box open.
Okay. You crack the box open, and you hear, you see what looks like the same kind of spongy surface that you saw before, but you also see multiple tubes sticking out either side, and you hear a hissing noise. What do you do?
Do I see a gas or anything
You
coming out with the
don't
hissing
see a
noise?
gas, but you do feel a wind.
Gonna shut it.
Okay, you shut
Not
it,
latch it, just shut the lid.
and
How do I feel?
the hissing noise stops, but the air has a strange smell to it. It it's hard to describe what it smells like, but it's very different and nauseating compared to other things you've smelled.
Okay,
In
give
fact, go ahead and
just
give me a. Actually, you're holding your breath, so yeah, never mind. You're fine for now.
okay. I'm gonna have to ask. Okay, once I close the brow, well, I can smell it, so I assume I've taken at least a little puff in
Yeah,
after shutting
but
it.
you're trying to
Okay,
hold your breath, so you only got a little bit.
okay. The reason I have to ask is because I do have that parapet.
You have what?
The parapet that makes me immune to diseases.
Sorry, the
that-
parapet that
if-
what?
He's got an item that makes him
Makes-
immune to diseases.
Diseases. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, if that comes into play or not.
okay, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind, but so far it doesn't have any effect on this.
All right. And there's no other doors in this room.
Nope.
Okay. And this door here was just a handprint open shut, right?
Right.
All right. I come back here to the door and say, "Don't worry, guys. I just need to check this."
Okay, go ahead and
I
make a
shut
con
the
save.
door.
You just talked.
Okay. Hold on. Con save.
Okay,
Oh,
you feel
nice.
dizzy, but after you shut your mouth again, you get this more intense version of the smell. You're fine, but you're dizzy.
Okay. Stepping out of the room into like more fresh air. I'm gonna breathe for a second. Hyperventilate for a second, and then hold my breath real deep.
Okay.
And then come back in, shut this door, come over here, open it up, and pull off the that squishy foam.
Okay. You do so,
Protective
and you
thing.
see a pair of boots. It's very similar to the white boots, except that they're black.
Is there anything attached to the boots, or are they just sitting in there?
They're just sitting in there, basically the foam's kind of surrounding them, but you can pull them out.
Okay. All right, and those two pipe and those pipes or tubes that are sticking
Yeah,
out.
they're
Are
sticking
they
out
attached
kind
to
of
this?
on the sides of the
Okay.
foam. It looks like the bottom foam can possibly be removed.
Okay, I will quickly grab the boots out and remove the bottom foam.
Okay, you see some sort of mechanism underneath and some sort of tank of bluish liquid. And at this point in time, I'm going to have you make a Constitution save.
Okay, and I'm still holding my breath. I'm trying to do this all quickly within one breath holding.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your skin.
I'm not going to get affected.
Your skin is feeling hot, but otherwise you're fine.
All right. And as quickly as possible, I lifted the boots out.
Right.
I lifted out the second thing. I saw the tank. Is the tank, just from the first glance, initial oomph, is the tank built into the box as a security system, or is it a separate device?
It looks like it's built into the box. It would probably take you several minutes, if not longer, to remove it.
That's all I needed. It's built into the box. I shut the lid with the boots in hand, holding my breath. I open the door, step outside, close the door again, waiting as long as I possibly can before I can take a breath to
Okay.
just get away from that gas.
So as you walk away, the dizziness is starting to wear off. If you look at your skin,
I clicked.
that's fine. You look at your skin, and your skin is red, but it feels like it's going away.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Guys. That's
Are you okay?
there's some gas in it. Yeah, I'm
That's some
trying
serious
that, sorry.
RP.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. It's cackling and coughing. And guys, they had some sort of security device. Bad air.
Sort of security device.
But they were protecting these. And I hold up the black boots.
As he approaches, you notice that he looks like he has a sunburn.
Yeah, no, I'm doing a check on him.
You gotta do
Just out of curiosity, how does that look? My skin is silver, so do I just look like rose gold now?
yeah, I guess so. All right, so go ahead and give me a medicine check, Galen.
Yes, thank you.
Hopefully I can roll well. Oh no, I have no clue what's going on with you.
Nope. You think he'll be fine eventually. You think it'll just go away on its own.
Should be fine.
Oh.
Try not to breathe it anymore. You'll be good. It's fine.
How does your
Just
how
out of
does your skin
curiosity.
feel?
Yeah,
It's
how does
it's
it
still
feel?
hot to the touch,
Hey,
Just out
but
of
it is
curiosity.
becoming less hot over time.
he'll be
Alright, just out of
fine.
curiosity, can I try using my alchemy kit to like find a solvent to wash it off?
Sure. Go ahead. And, you have
Okay.
to. It'll be probably a good 10-15 minutes, but you go ahead and give me an alchemy check.
You guys worry too much.
True.
Sorry about that. What happened? A little hiccup.
Yeah, you're
I need
making an
that.
alchemy check.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to take my right pinky and just touch it against some of his affected skin and just how does that feel?
It kind of feels like if by this point it feels like if somebody has a really high fever and you were to touch their skin. Except that I guess it's metal, so you kind of get that sensation and a metallic one at the same time.
But if I take my finger off him, does my finger still feel normal?
Yeah, it's fine.
Interesting.
Yeah, if there's like, I can use alcohol or maybe even just water with something to
Yeah,
try to
you're
wash
able
it
to
off.
come up with a solution that you could kind of rub on yourself and clear up your skin.
See,
Okay.
he's fine.
I don't need that soaking in or nothing, eh?
You suspected that had you either failed your Constitution saves or stayed in there too long, even regardless, you would have been having a bad time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I made 2 excellent Constitution saves, but I was still that badly affected.
I
Yeah.
think you could have done better.
Alrighty, so that probably takes you a good 20 minutes or so to get through all that. So the boots seem very similar to the others. There are a number of symbols on there. You can make a history check, Galen, if you want to decipher them.
Yeah, I'd love to. Oh, nice.
All right. So these seem to be some sort of protective boots. They, at least according to what you're able to make out, they seem to put together a field that protects you from dark energy, which you translate as a resistance to necrotic damage. In addition, this same field actually makes you harder to hit, essentially giving you a +1 to AC, and harder to hurt, basically giving you an extra +10 hit points.
Nice.
Hmm.
Alright.
Eh, I don't call dibs on those.
I might. Do these require attunement?
Doesn't seem like it.
I'd like to see if they fit me. Hello, can people hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ragu would like
I
to try
said,
to see if they fit.
Ragu, as you take off your current boots and you put these on, they seem like they're way too big. But as you kind of put your foot in there, you hear the straps all of a sudden tighten on their own, and you can swear that the boot actually gets smaller to fit your foot.
ooh, nice.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Resistant to necrotic, +1 AC, +10 H. Oh, these are nice. I like these boots. Perhaps someone wants to try on the white boots just to see, or
Alright.
do you think it will not be helping?
I mean, those might be pretty solid for me, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We can try the white boots too. We don't know what
Yeah.
they do yet though.
Yeah, it says right there.
No, that's the black
Uh,
boots.
So,
Yeah, I'm
Devon, are
talking
you
about black
saying
boots.
that the black boots, you want the black boots, or are you talking about the white
Does,
boots?
does someone else want them?
Ragu's already wearing them because yeah, he was
Oh,
already interested in them.
sorry, I missed that. We
Yeah,
can
I
split
was
it
I
once
was
we have
referring
those,
to the
and we can
white
just
boots
see.
that we're carrying.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll worry about it later.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys want to set up some arena combat between Ragu and Devok, we can see who gets the boots. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be accidents as we get into further fights against creatures in here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I can take a moment to try on the white boots.
Okay. So as you put them on, it's a similar effect where they're too big for you, but they seem to somehow shrink to fit. And as you put them on, you feel a bit of a field surround you. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Artificer if you have it, to see if you get any sort of sense of what it's doing.
Can I help with that or no?
Um,
I
Probably
am the
not in this
artificer.
case, because it's kind of
Okay.
like more of an internal sense.
Okay.
Well, I'll settle for my expert guidance as I try to meditate and focus here and roll my basic arcana, so 17.
All right, so you get the sense that they do increase your AC. They give you a +1 to AC. They increase your speed by 10. And the boots protect your feet from heat, acid, and other damaging substances you might walk on.
All right, I go ahead and take them off, and it's like, okay, Galen, I don't think I'll give you my hand-me-downs, but if you'd like to speed up a little bit and maybe be modestly harder to hit, you can take these. They also seem like they'll help you if you have to walk on otherwise very dangerous surfaces, like ever so healthy acid pools or something.
Oh, that's cool.
And I go ahead and
Sure.
put my boots of speed back on.
Can I get the full
Yeah.
I think Jeremy's bringing that up.
Oh, okay, perfect. And these don't take a thingy, right?
Right.
Okay, sorry. I thank you for knowing exactly what I meant.
No problem.
Oh.
We'll say white boots.
So yeah, if you had to
Oh.
walk through, a layer of acid or something, or the ground was really hot, or something like that, they would protect your feet. Seems
Protect.
like they were
So you
probably designed for dealing with hazardous environments, or at least
Yeah,
part of
walk.
something that dealt with hazardous environments.
so you could walk
Okay,
through
cool.
pools of acid or run on top of lava without really worrying about it, dude.
I like that. How do I put in the +1 to AC? Can I just like manually change my AC?
Yeah, so what I'll do here,
And my
actually, you should be able to create a new item and then just add the AC in the item.
Oh.
Let's see, so white boots, equipped, weight, +1 AC. What's your
I was
AC
able to
normally?
add.
My AC right now is 16.
Okay, yeah, it
I
didn't
was able
change
to
it.
add just a. Yeah, I was able to add just a +1 with the black boots, but the hit points I had to add manually because they don't.
Okay, so here's
I
what I'll do
guess.
then.
So.
I'll just go and add these manually. No, just go ahead and
Oh, I
I'll go
already
ahead
got.
and add it to the options. In the back. So hold on. Let me go ahead and add
Okay.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
If I can remember where it is. So strength modifier. Where's? I know it's on here somewhere. Do do do. Oh,
And then I get a speed of 40, which means I can move, what, 2
2 more
more
hexes.
tiles? Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome.
4 if you're dashing.
Oh no.
So that makes you as fast as me without feline agility.
That's awesome.
Yep.
No. So AC.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do custom. I'll go back to automatic. Oh, yeah, I don't remember how to add it using there. Just go ahead and just remember it for now, and then I'll go ahead and. Oh, it looks like I broke
All
my
right.
armor class.
If you
No.
scroll all the way down to the bottom of your equipment, you have add and modify. You click on add to get a new item. You go ahead and
Yeah.
cut and paste everything into the description.
Yep.
And then directly above the description, you see modifiers. In
Mm-hmm.
the modifiers, type capital A, capital C, 2 dots, a space, the plus and a 1, and then a comma, and then hit the check mark, and it'll add your +1 to AC.
Oh,
But I don't know how to do it for hit points or anything.
okay,
Okay,
so
see, I just changed what I have there to that then.
AC dot dot +1.
It's the 2 dots on top of each other, the colon,
Oh, a
semicolon,
colon. Okay,
whatever that is.
colon +1, comma. Huzzah. Okay, and then I can do that for my military armor as well.
That's what you'd look at.
So I guess the modifier of this armor would be +6 to AC.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay, cool. AC colon +6. That's really useful.
And I
Cool.
wound up, just for your information, Jeremy, I wound up just adding the +10 hit points to my features page in my bonus hit point block.
So Galen, welcome to the Need for Speed Club.
Yeah, I like you here.
So yeah, they're not a full boots of speed, but they do have other benefits, and they do give you some speed.
No, I like them, and I feel like they go with my armor. Now look like
The
I'm a
black ones are
full.
perfect for me, and they definitely match my armor.
Yeah, I look like I'm part of the old Shadowkind military again. Feels
Yeah.
good.
Uh-oh. You gonna roll to have memories of being part of the SS?
I hope not. That would
You're
that would be very
surprised.
unfortunate.
So just to be clear for my own notes, Galen, this means you have an AC of 17, right?
Yes, it does.
And Ragu, you have a 23.
Yes, I
That's
do.
crazy. That's a crazy AC.
Wait a minute, does that actually mean you now have a higher AC than I do?
Wait, me or Galen?
Me?
Galen versus me.
Yeah, he
Wait, what's
Ah,
does
your AC?
by 1.
All
That's
right,
pretty weird.
congratulations.
I
You're
guess I'll
not the
be taking up
squishiest
the.
one anymore.
Yeah, I'll be taking up the front line, I guess.
Okay, you're not that tough.
No, 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 no.
wait,
I
hey,
might
Galen,
not get
doesn't
hit,
your
but if I do get hit, I'm falling down immediately.
Lumev military armor give you resistance to anything, or is it just the
Yeah, it gives me
AC
resistance to
stat?
fire.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you'd been using that.
He
Yes,
has.
I had.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
All right, it looks like Pico went off on his own while everybody else is discussing. So, Pico, what are you doing?
I basically announced to everybody that I was going to go wait over by the next big door while they finished shopping at the shoe store.
Okay.
Okay, I'm here. Let's do it.
And I guess while I'm waiting, I'll go ahead and have a peek at Fire Lily and see how she's doing with our new Shadowkind friend.
Okay, yeah, you take a peek, and it doesn't appear that anything has changed. At least not yet.
Which door did you go in there, my buddy? Here.
Back out in the main hallway.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
keep going
we were
south.
looking. Okay, we were looking for you.
Yeah, it's like back in the main hallway area.
Yeah, Galen
Or
found
maybe-
me, no doubt, because he's
Oh.
part of the Need for Speed Club.
Yeah, I just gotta go so fast all the time.
Nice.
Got to go fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you do?
Well, Ragu, you want to see what's behind this big door?
Yes, let us. All right. Do you want to listen? You might have better ears than I do. I did
All
not
right,
hear
I'll
the
listen.
spiders last time.
I'll listen for any noises.
You you hear maybe a humming noise, artificial humming noise, perhaps from a machine or something like that.
These doors, when they open, how do they open?
They basically slide into the wall. Think Star Trek doors.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to go to the previous door, which I guess is still open.
Okay.
I'm going to try and close it, and then partway through its closing process, try to open it again.
It doesn't work.
Okay, so
It's either
closes all the
all
way?
the
Yeah.
way open or yeah.
Once it's closed all the way, I'll try and open it again.
It opens.
All right. Well, in that case, maybe we all want to get out of view. Try and open the door, and then trigger the door to close and peek in while it's closing.
You don't want me to just stand there and open it and then close it quick if there's something bad?
What if it's quicker than you are at closing a door?
Yeah. Okay.
So the idea is to open the door while you're out of view, and start closing the door. Because how long does it take these doors to close?
Maybe 2 seconds.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So you go ahead and open the door out of view, start closing it, and then quickly peek through the door as it's closing. That way, if there's any problems, well, the door's already on its way closed.
All right. Yeah, I will be hiding right around the corner on the side of the door there, so I'm out of sight.
Okay, and
Ready
where are
to do
Galen
that.
and Devok while you're doing this?
I'll hang out right next to Galen over here.
Okay,
Let's hang out.
fair enough.
further-
I'll go ahead and open it, and you can see what's inside. So you open the door, and you see what look like two desks with chairs. You see some screens. To the south, you see a whole bunch of rubble that seems to be blocking the door and making it inaccessible. And you also hear a metallic feminine voice. Galen, you can make a history check to see if you understand what it's saying.
Okay. Where is his third? I have no idea.
Okay, you caught connector. That's all. That's all you got out of whatever it said.
Connector. There's a connector,
And
guys.
as the door closes and I took my peek in, I'm just going to turn to everybody else and say it's just the equipment. There's nothing sketchy in there.
All right. In that case, I'll open the door.
Okay.
I'll find myself horrified at the sheer amount of rubble, declare that I am terrified, and there is something scary in there.
Fair enough. What's everybody else doing?
I'm going to step into the room, but I'm being careful of the floor and ceiling, looking up. Might poke
It
around with Mage Hand to make sure nothing else is going to fall.
it looks surprisingly sturdy on all things considered. You get the sense that this rubble was from whatever is past it rather than being from this room itself. That makes sense. It's more like falling sideways and blocking it rather than falling from this room,
Okay.
which leads you to believe that this region and whatever's on the other side might actually be different areas.
Hmm. Weird.
That probably leads to Area A,
Cool.
which would
Love
probably
that
take us to
area.
the entrance if it weren't for the fact that I don't think Mage Hand's going to clear that stuff.
No.
No, I don't
Nope, you'd
think I have
probably need
something
industrial
strong
grade
enough.
equipment to clear this out and some serious time.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, we've actually been in Area A already, I think. Yes, we have. So never mind, we don't want to move that stuff. It would be a waste of time.
Okay.
But we can check out the desks.
Yes, well, go ahead. I will help you look around, and then you can help me investigate, maybe.
Okay, as you approach, one of the things you notice is that the the desks seem to have been cleared of any sort of non-essential items. You don't see any personal items. You don't see really anything but the machines and screens themselves. And the screens themselves seem to be displaying noise for the most part. Although there are some symbols that you see sometimes, and these screens here seem a map appears every once in a while, and it appears to be the same map that you guys have seen, and there's a big red X on it, um, uh, separating two areas. So what do you do?
Well, with all due respect, Ragu, while I'm perfectly willing to offer my expert guidance, I think you should ask somebody else to help you with your investigation.
Sorry, say that again. I almost missed it.
I said, while I'm happy to offer my expert guidance, I think you should ask someone else to assist you with your investigation.
Okay. Galen, Dvak, anybody?
Yeah, I got you.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool beans.
So Galen, if you want to know what the symbols are on the screens, you can make a history check.
Yes.
Otherwise, you can help Ragu with whatever he's doing.
I'll do both.
And
Yeah.
while
So you recognize one symbol. It says it's connector, and you recognize something about Area A and Area B. Actually, make sure I got that right. Yeah, Area A and Area B. And Ragu, what are you attempting to do?
I was investigating the desk area and the TV screen thingy.
Okay, so from the desk area, you search the drawers, you look around, and yeah, you definitely get the feeling like this place was cleaned out. Somebody removed everything before they left. You get is the impression you get. As far as the screen goes, um, you see the map on there, and the map seems to be showing the blockage between Area A and Area B, and it seems to be warning of structural integrity in Area A and Area B. Um, and you see another symbol that you take to mean possibly repairs, maybe meaning that repairs are underway or something along those lines. Although you see a bar underneath that only has a little bit, basically a small fraction of it filled. You're not entirely sure what that means, but it definitely does imply some things.
Okay. And
Interesting.
there's literally nothing else. These desks have been cleaned out.
well, and what you were just checking the desks in general, or what kind of search were you doing?
He was
I
basically
was
searching the
opening the
desks
drawers.
and the drawers and the screens and that kind of thing.
Okay, good
Yeah, I
enough.
was,
I was just making sure.
pulling drawers all the way out, seeing if there was any secret pockets or panels, seeing if
Yeah.
there's anything stuck to the bottom of the desk,
Yep,
hidden,
that works.
you know.
But yeah, since I can give myself advantage on investigation stuff, I figured it was just in case your roll sucked, I could go ahead and do my own independent search. But sounds like that's not necessary.
All right.
Okay, well, we've got 3 more doors and an open doorway. I'm gonna listen behind this small door and see if I can hear spiders or a reasonable facsimile.
You listen. You hear a thud and what sounds like rocks breaking on the other side, and then it's quiet.
All right, well, I heard some rocks breaking and some sort of thud type noise, not in that order. But I don't hear anything else. That might have just been unstable ceiling stuff doing unstable ceiling things.
All right.
I
So,
can go ahead and just, oh, go ahead, Jim.
oh yeah, as I say, what do you guys do?
Open up this next one.
You guys,
Agreed.
you guys want to back up? I'll go ahead and open this.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
Okay.
Get out of the way.
You open it up,
Open it. Yep.
and you see a door on the far side,
Whoa.
and you see a lot of collapsed area, and some rubble as well. And somehow, through all of that, one of the lights is still on, even if it's flickering.
Right, I see. There's a door at the other end, but it does not look very safe.
No, it doesn't.
Why don't we check the other 2 big doors first? Then we can maybe revisit that.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna listen at this big door.
Okay, yeah, you don't hear
There's
anything.
more doors.
All right. Well, I had the instinct to try to open it myself, which makes me think, oh, that's a bad idea. So I'm going to move out of the way instead.
Okay, so Ragu, you're opening it?
I will open the door.
Okay. You open it up, and you see a lot of collapsed area here as well. But you do notice 3 of the metallic pads that the automata seem to stand on. Um, and then you see the larger frames that some of the large form automata could stand in. You think they might be related to repairs or maintenance or something like that.
Okay. It's more of the stuff from the automata cave, like the big warrior automata, not those weird spider ones, but the big humanoid ones. And
Yeah.
3 more pads to stand on.
So yeah, these pads are from the humanoid size, human size ones like Ire, and then these repair bays are from the large form automata, which are
Okay.
basically like giant size or half giant size.
I don't know if a regular search would yield anything, but maybe your scavenging ability that
I think
that
maybe.
Gimbal trained you on.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand and poke around on the roof for a minute.
Okay, it
If
seems
it's all
surprisingly
clear,
stable, all things considered.
then I come in. If you want to help me out here.
I'll offer my expert guidance.
All right.
All right,
29 total.
so you search around and you find what looks like a more or less cylindrical object, but you can see that it's cracked, and then there's wires coming out of the crack, and you hear a buzzing noise from it. And there's something in your instinct that's telling you run away.
All right. Well, that instinct works for
Uh,
me too.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out, and I'm going to shut the door, and
Okay.
then I'm going to brace myself for an explosion.
Okay. A few seconds later, an explosion occurs, and Devok and Ragu, go ahead and give me a deck save.
Oh,
All right. I shut this door,
I know. It's not from that.
and I was bracing it. Oh, okay. It's not from that. All right.
uh-oh.
Take
Okay.
three.
Bits of the ceiling that were knocked loose from the explosion um, fall on Devok, doing 9 points of damage.
Okay, not so bad.
Then it stops.
Looks like Tyler's probably disconnected temporarily.
Oh, okay. Well, tell him that he made a save. He's fine.
It's gonna be funny if he hasn't noticed yet. There we go. You made your save.
Hello, hello.
You made your save.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Some debris from the ceiling fell on Devok, but fortunately the damage is modest.
Okay, cool. Not too terribly hurt.
Uh,
All right.
boy, gotta teach you people a thing or two about how to flee.
Well, I just turned around to brace the door in case, the explosion, tried to push the door.
Why didn't you do that with the large fire cylinders? We'd have been okay.
Uh,
All right, what does the room look like now?
You look inside, and surprisingly, the frames and the automata pads seem to be in fine. Although there's definitely more debris that's fallen from the ceiling, and you can see this charring effect on the walls. But what's interesting is instead of black, it's more of a blue color.
Weird. There's some new type of explosion. Oh, I could have had a different hand grenade. Oh well. We'll look for another
Yeah,
one,
I don't know
guess.
about hand grenades that are designed to explode when you find them or as being particularly great.
Well, the next one might not be so damaged, eh?
Well, I guess what we could do is next time we're in a battle, you go ahead and see if you can find one of those things during the battle, and if you find it, then that'll help us.
Unfortunately, his skill takes like 5 minutes of searching, so it wouldn't be too useful there.
Okay, so what we need to do is have you search, and as you're finishing searching, we lure a fight into the room. I can definitely see that this is something we can deploy in a practical fashion.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right,
you wanna help
yeah.
check out this?
I listen at the door.
You don't hear anything.
All right, it is safe to get blown up.
You open it, and it looks very similar. You see more automata pads, more repair stations, and unfortunately a lot more debris.
Well, I guess with my expert guidance, you could see if you could find another one of those.
Sure. Let's see if this one's not so damaged and ready to explode. That's the point. Thank you.
Actually, no, I'll wait till after he's like. As soon as I see him pick something up, I'm gone.
Okay. All right.
32.
So you definitely look around the area, and looks like you find something. So.
Whee!
Alrighty.
Mm.
Do. Hold on. I really do need to organize this better. There it is. Wrong one. All right. All right. You find a cylinder, and the cylinder has a white crystal on the top, and it has some sort of small sphere in the center of the crystal, and a number of wires sticking from the sphere through the crystal into the cylinder itself. Go ahead and make a check to see if you can figure out what to do with this thing.
Okay. Uh, can I get the guidance on that? I know he can't help me with
Yeah,
advantage.
he left. He's in a different
That's
he's in
fine.
a
Yeah,
different
no,
castle.
no, I'll help you out.
All right, you can. Oh, you can guidance.
I can't guidance, but I
Yeah,
can.
he if unless you have the scavenger skill, you can't give him advantage. But he was
Oh, okay.
asking for expert
Never mind.
guidance.
Oh well, yeah, I can't help with that. That's a Pico only special.
All right. So it appears to be a cylinder of banishing, and so it generates a burst of energy that teleports a creature or a creature or object 10 feet in a random direction, but not up or down.
Sounds very interesting.
The teleported creature has disadvantage on all actions next turn, on its next turn, and it breaks on a 1 on a d6. So the question I have for you is, how many of these things do you have now?
This would be number 4.
So
So I have to decide.
as you go, and you figured it out, you can feel this all of the objects that you have like this kind of vibrating, and the vibrations seem to be getting stronger. So what do you do?
Um, I'm reading real quick here. I need to decide which one of the things I already have that I'm going to go ahead and leave here. Because you said that if anybody in the party's carrying it, that's close enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this cylinder of banishing, do I have to throw it at a creature or can I keep it in my hand and just point it at whoever I'm
You'd basically have to throw it.
blasting?
You'd basically have to throw it at a creature.
Okay, so I throw it at a creature, it teleports them up to 10 feet, they have disadvantage, then I have to run over to where they were, pick it up in order to use it again?
Yeah,
Okay.
assuming it doesn't break.
I will go ahead and leave it here. I will place it very carefully over here out of the way so I can easily find it again, just in case.
Okay,
But I will leave that one there
fair enough.
as a little treasure. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you happen to use one of your other ones and it breaks, you can always come back and get it.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
For future reference, though, if you're at risk of blowing yourself up like that, what you might want to do is drop whichever one you can drop most quickly, retreat from it, figure out whether it's worth taking the new item versus one of your others. If so, then you drop one of your other items and then go get the thing. After all, deciding whether to keep or throw a grenade with a 6-second fuse is a very dangerous idea.
I get it. I don't think it has a 6-second fuse. It wasn't going to go off. Go off. It just all the different
Yeah,
items
you've
together
got
kind of send
a
out
couple of
signals.
minutes before the vibration gets to the point where bad stuff happens.
Okay, well, that's fair. But still. All right, well, I guess while he was doing that, I'd go ahead and prod the ceiling in here.
Okay, you do so, and some of the ceiling collapses over up here in the top right corner, but after that, it seems to be stable.
Okay.
All
We
right,
also
I've
have this
prodded the...
hallway.
Huh?
I said we also have this hallway.
Yeah, but that's going to lead to
Techni-
access control. So if
Oh,
we're
okay.
thoroughly exploring, this is technically the thing we need to check beforehand.
Okay.
Anyway, I already
So,
prodded the ceiling. I
yeah,
guess I'll go check and see if I can hear an alarm.
do we want
No, you don't really
faintest of foot?
hear an alarm from here. No.
I don't hear anything.
Okay. I will follow, taking the path that he took.
Okay. Yeah, there's a fairly clear path through the room, so it's not much of an issue. All right. So you open up the room, and you see a room that basically is collapsed in on itself. Unfortunately, you don't see anything of use or value. Not even metal debris, just stone.
Okay. We can still look through it if you like.
I guess we're right here. I'm gonna do an investigation check on my own, putting on my glasses of minute or lenses of minute seeing, and I'll give myself expert guidance on this futile investigation check. For a whopping 12.
Yep, the room has nothing of value.
Well, okay. Do you want to help me, or you burned that?
Well, I technically already did a search. I'll have to get somebody else to do it.
All
I
right.
can still offer my expert guidance. Always got room
That'll
for
work.
that.
Yeah, Devak, you want to help me look in this room real quick?
Sure. Where are you?
Who's up in front of us over
Straight
here?
up.
Okay. Sure.
All right, so
Okay.
you have advantage.
24 total.
You're pretty thorough, and you're pretty convinced that there's nothing in here. Yeah, you've searched as thoroughly as you can.
Nope, Pico, I think you're right. It's empty. Aside from all the all the bricks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe it's time to start making our way to access control.
Okay, now there are 2 doors here. I don't think they both go out, do they?
Huh? There's 3
There are
doors. The 2 to the left are probably not access control, so we could try them first. Although actually, they're far
Alrighty.
enough they might be. We'll find out.
Uh,
So I listen at the first of the doors.
okay. You hear a very soft humming, like from a machine.
Similar to the room with the offices?
Yeah.
Okay, this sounds like the same humming noise from the office. I'm gonna go ahead and listen at the other door. Just
Sounds like the same sound.
same here. These might even be the same room.
Alrighty. I will go ahead and open this door.
Okay. You open it, and you see a lot of debris blocking the doorway. You could probably climb up and through it, but it would be a tight squeeze.
I will go ahead and shut the door.
Okay.
Then I will come over to this door.
All right.
And I will open it.
Okay. You open that one. And this one, you can see some screens with static. You see some fallen debris in the ground, and you see a bunch of collapses in the bottom and to the left. And you can see the door to the south that is blocked off, which is why it would have been so hard to get through.
Alright.
You see a door
I'll
to the
go ahead
north.
and so there's another door this way, and I am going to poke around the roof to make sure nothing's going to cave in on me.
Okay, so yeah, you enter the room. You said you're poking at the ceiling with the mage hand. Is that
Yeah.
what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get some debris to fall in a couple of places, um, but it doesn't take you long to clean it up.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and come on in and
And then on the
Anybody who can
screens,
read?
you can see some symbols, although you don't recognize them.
Hey, Galen, can you see these?
Yeah, let me check them out.
Okay,
Alright.
go ahead and give me a history check.
Word.
Is there any way my
Yes.
scavenging would help him out? Or
Yes.
So first off, Ragu, you don't really see anything in this room for you to scavenge.
No,
And
what I was meaning is scavenger skill is recognizing Lumev technology, the here and there. I didn't know if I'd picked up any symbols that I might be able to help Galen with his history
oh
check.
no, this is you didn't learn the language in the process. You learned some stuff about um, um, taking their technology and figuring out how to get some use out of it. But that unfortunately didn't tell you anything about their culture, language, that kind of thing. As
Okay,
far as
okay.
Galen goes, you got a 22. So it says that emergency situation. It says that access control through the door up ahead, and you can kind of see the a picture of the room from top down, and you can see the door to the north, and then you see the doors to the east, and it's definitely pointing at the door to the north. And then under that it says, "Warning: turrets active. Unauthorized personnel will be destroyed. Warning: unauthorized personnel will be destroyed." And then below it, you see two buttons. One says authorize, one says cancel.
Okay, I'll tell everybody else what I see. Which button you want me to push?
What does the screens just have words but not images?
It does.
They have
An image
images.
did pop up as he was reading it. In fact, it wasn't there immediately. It's like as he was reading the words, it popped up once he got to a certain point. Somehow. But now there's actually an image there that seems to depict this room from top down and shows the doors and shows the top door being access control. Otherwise, it's just words and two buttons that again just appeared as he was reading.
Well, how about
I
we hold
look up.
off on
Is
that?
there a turret up there?
I
I was
mean,
trying to
I'm
figure out where the turret
authorized, so it won't
was.
destroy me, but
Well, if that's the way we want to go, let's check the big door first, just so we can make sure we've been thorough.
seen
I'm gonna
everything.
listen over here at the big door.
Okay, you listen and you don't hear anything.
All right, Ragu, if you want to do the honors.
Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead and
you
open it.
open up the door, and on the other side you see a bunch of debris blocking two other doors, and then a bunch of smaller debris as well. But you actually kind of recognize the shape of the room and the markings that you can see, because you can see the up and down buttons that are near the doors. It looks similar to the room where you entered this floor.
Oh, those are those levitating rooms or the elevating rooms. Yeah, yeah. But they're blocked
Uh,
off.
yeah, well, we already know where the ones are on the other side. Well, I think that sort of covers that. So that being the case, I guess Galen, if you want to try and authorize and open that door.
Yeah, stay out. I will hit authorize.
And then you press the button, and then you see the text disappear, and then you see it looks like a handprint on the screen, and it's flashing.
I'll put my hand on it.
Okay, you do, and it says then that disappears, and you see authorization successful.
Oh, wait, guys, come back in here. Is the authorization button still up there? Can I push it again?
Uh, it's disappeared, and then it now says access control accessible.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
never
but
mind. I
that,
thought it
that
was
probably
gonna
only
be.
means you're able to go through the door now. I don't think that means it's safe for us necessarily.
No, I thought it was a thing that would let us authorize you guys too, but
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be awfully convenient.
yeah, that is awfully convenient. All right,
Be like
leave.
a set your password thing at the thieves' den.
Yeah, exactly. Ragu, I would not stand there.
Just making sure I was going to be able to grab you if something bad happened.
Oh, I have a Misty Step. If I need to, I can dip out.
Okay.
Well, not Misty Step, it's Shadow Step. So I have to be in a
Oh yeah.
shadow, but I'm sure there's plenty of shadows inside.
Just so you know, unless it's a reaction, it won't let you react. You can't step it can't step as a reaction, if that makes
Let me
sense. Because
see.
I forget which one it is. I think Misty Step or one of the teleport spells you can use as a reaction, I believe, and that would be fine. But I don't know if your
Oh,
ability does that.
I think it says that I get to cast Misty Step. Let me look if Misty Step is a reaction or a bonus action.
Misty Step is a bonus action.
Ah, shit. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm authorized. I trust it.
All right.
Okay. All right. So you press it, and the door opens.
Yeah. Devok, you might not want to be there.
And
You're probably correct. Sorry.
as it opens, you can hear a whirring sound, and then it stops. You also see some things I forgot to put on the screen, so let me do that now.
Oh, okay. I'll stay out of the room then. I just kind of wanted to move my
Oh, you
character.
can move in there. I'll put them in now. That's fine.
Okay.
Here we are.
Oh, wow, look, homies.
I forgot to put these guys in the pad. All right, so you enter, and you can see that there's automata that are kind of just they're facing your direction, but they're not moving. And you can see that the turrets are pointing at the door, but you get the impression they're not pointing at you. They're just pointing at the doorway.
Cool.
And up ahead, you see double doors,
And there's,
and you see a door to the right.
does
You
this
also
screen
see
have
a
any?
screen, and you approach, and it it says. Actually, go ahead and give me a history check to see what it says.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Not
so
bad.
it says that the um, the control room, sorry, the access room is locked, and then below that it says action, authorize unlock, um, force lock, activate defenses.
Let's do authorize unlock.
Okay, you press it, and then it says, "Please enter passcode," and then you see
Um,
you see a space for it looks like 8 digits, and then below that something shows up that has symbols on it that looks like you can press on the screen.
it says passcode or does it say authorization code?
It says passcode.
God dang it. Okay. That authorization for unlock was just for the top, right?
It seems to be unlocked.
Okay. Well, I can't. Okay, so which door seems locked? Is it the
So
top one or
both of these doors are unlocked.
Oh, okay.
It
Well,
just
then I
says the
should.
control room is, or sorry, access room is locked.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I thought for some reason that the access room was through this door. And let me look at the map again.
All right, so what do you do?
Oh, okay. I could have sworn. Because this is.
So it looks like
Ah,
both of
whatever.
these doors are unlocked.
Yeah, alright. I'll go through this door first, or I'll open this door first.
Okay, you
It's
open it,
like an office or something.
and you see what looks like a sort of work area. But you see a nice couches. You see a screen, and you see a desk.
Okay. First, check this screen.
You check the screen, and it has a bunch of symbols. Using your previous role, it basically says access control lockdown.
Hmm. Okay, well, no. Okay, so I'll sit in this desk really quickly and see if I can see either on the screens or like sitting on the desk anywhere, like something that would have those symbols on it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception or investigation.
Okay, let's do Perception.
Yeah,
No.
you look on the surface of the desk, and you don't see anything. The screens, you just see static. You don't see anything useful there.
Okay, hold on. I'm actually gonna. This seems important. I'm gonna spend a fate point on it to reroll.
Okay. Another option you can do is you can be more specific because you did a general
Oh,
search. If you wanted to
okay.
say, "Oh, I'm going to search this specific thing now," the general search failed. You can do that as well.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna look for anything on top of the desk.
Yeah, you've already searched the top of the
Oh,
desk
okay.
and the screens.
Hmm.
That's what that general role gave you.
Oh,
So,
okay.
is there anything else you want to search?
Hmm. Let me see what else is
Or you
on
can use
this.
a fate point, either way.
No, I'll be more specific. Yeah, I guess I already searched the screens, I already searched the top.
Yep.
Maybe the chair or underneath the keyboard thing.
Okay, you searched the chair and you lift the keyboard. You don't see anything there. But while you're doing so, you also notice that there are a number of drawers, and you do see in the corner some sort of waste receptacle.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start by opening the drawers one by one and checking them.
Okay, you open most of the drawers and they're empty, but you get to the top drawer and it appears to be locked.
Oh, dang it. Okay, I'll check the trash can or waste receptacle for any
Okay, you
papers
check
or maybe
there.
some
You
keys.
find you don't. It looks like it was emptied out. You do see some sort of wrapper in there with a colorful picture of a squirrel on there. Or you think it's a squirrel, um, but don't find anything else in the trash can.
Dang it. Okay, nothing on the squirrel wrapper.
Nothing that looks useful.
Hmm.
It just looks like if feeling the wrapper. It doesn't feel like something you could write on.
Oh, okay. Weird. Um, God, I need to open that drawer. On the back, is there any key sitting on like these things in the back?
Go ahead and give me a perception check as you check around the back for keys. Nope,
No.
there's no keys.
Okay. I do not want to blow that apart. I guess I'm gonna open this door. Maybe I can find some clues in here.
Okay. You open the door
Oh,
and you see a long a hallway with four sets of or four doors.
all right. Let's just go through them. Let's start with this one.
All right, let me go ahead and fill this guy up, and then I'll open it. You open it up, and you see a number of automata just standing there.
Cool. This a screen. I don't think that has anything on it. This one, it's just more automata.
You open it up, and you see a small storage room. Unfortunately, the boxes and barrels seem to be been emptied out already.
All right. Top left.
As you approach that door, it appears the handprint is a deep black, and you see symbols on there that you recognize as access control.
Oh, okay. So it's locked. All right. What about this one?
Okay, you open it up, and you see a what looks like a table surrounded by chairs with screens all around, um, and one of the screens is showing what looks like, from what you remember, the access hub. And you can see up top there was when you first entered there was a door that was locked, and it's looking at that door. The other screen seems to be looking down some sort of long shaft, with some sort of cable draped down the center, and you can see that there's some sort of machine that seems to be crashed and broken at the bottom. These two objects are static.
Okay. I'm gonna check these. I assume these are desks or
Yeah.
tables to see if they have any drawers or anything on top of them at all.
Okay, yeah, you search around, you find some drawers, and go ahead and give me a perception check
All right.
or
I'm
investigation.
really.
All right, you go through the drawers. You don't find anything useful except for one of the drawers which is locked.
Okay. This one's locked too. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna run quickly back out to everybody else.
Okay, you guys see Galen running out of the room.
Okay, so I found a bunch of stuff, but the access control door is locked. I'll essentially tell you all what I saw in there. And there's these two locked drawers. So Pico, Ragu, you want to give me like lock picking basics? I don't think I should shoot it to open it. That might not be smart.
That's unfortunately something that takes a fair bit of finesse.
Oh, wait. I think I've got just the finesse tool for him. And I reach into my backpack and I pull out my crowbar.
That's
Okay,
appropriate.
I guess I'll try it.
It'll get the door open. I mean, I don't know what, unless you think you can do a lock picking roll or a tinkering.
Well, I could try, but I don't
You
have
mentioned
these tools.
you mentioned possibly teleporting out if there was trouble. Do you have any other teleport abilities?
No, it's just Shadow Step.
Um, let's see. What does shadow?
It's just Misty Step, but in shadows.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can use this crowbar to smack the boxes until they open. That'll work.
No, you put the skinny tip here in between the drawer and the lid, and then you lever on it to pry it open.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try it out and I'll let you know if I can get it open. All right, let's start with the one in this room. Does the crowbar, can I wedge it in there?
You wedge it in there. So if you're gonna lever it, go ahead and give me a strength check, but you have advantage because of the crowbar.
Cool. I'm pretty strong.
Unfortunately, you press down on it, and you hear a small crack that you think, oh, this might be working, but it doesn't. Unfortunately, you're just unable to lever it open.
Nah, Ragu doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm gonna start hitting this thing.
All right, so what do you do?
I start smacking the box. I start hitting it.
Okay, you start whacking at it. Go ahead and give me another strength check.
Do I get advantage from the crowbar?
No.
Awesome.
While
Hey,
he's
dang.
And
Dang,
you
dang.
smack it, but the thing is that it's metal, and it's pretty sturdy material, and smashing it with the crowbar is not doing anything.
while he's doing that, I'm gonna kind of just peek around, and in the doorway, I'm gonna go ahead and cast an illusion of Piff.
Okay.
I'm standing in the line of fire.
No, he
Please
said
don't
while
get
you were
me.
doing that, so I'm
Oh,
going to
okay,
assume he's
okay.
doing that while you're still smashing away. You
Yeah.
do so, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Of course, you have tried illusions before.
They don't care about illusions. Only people.
Yeah.
They sometimes
Well,
see us.
it's all I readily had available, so.
That's fair. Okay.
Um.
I'll come
So,
back out.
Galen, what kind of
Ragu,
defenses are in there?
Here's your crowbar. I think they crowbar proof these boxes because it's impossible.
Galen, what kind of defenses are in there?
Oh, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 automata, 2 mounted machine guns, whatever else is in access control.
Um, 2 turrets. So
Yeah.
wait. Here's a question. Way back at the crater, we were all able to go in because, I mean, I realize recent history kind of undermines this, but at the crater, we were able to actually make it to the facility because you led the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Alright.
I really hate to risk putting Piff in danger, but I wonder how they would react if you were carrying Piff.
They might just kill it out of my hands, but I can try.
Oh wait, but Piff is small. So what if you conceal Piff under your clothing?
Okay, I'll summon Piff really quick and put Piff in like my cloak.
Now, Piff, this is dangerous. Are you okay with that?
Well, yeah, sure.
So when you say you put them in your clothing, where exactly?
Um, that's a great point. They're going to tear through this. Hmm. I don't want them tearing my backpack apart. Let me. You know what? I'm just gonna carry him in my arms.
Okay, like you're carrying them in your arms, like in front of you.
Not like outstretched, but like a football almost.
Okay, a football. Okay, like on your side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please don't
Now,
kill
wait.
me.
Before you do that, hold on. I've got an idea.
Uh-huh.
Just to try to reduce the danger of this is, so if I understand correctly, you can move and hold an action, but of course, if you use the held action, that's all you're doing. Um, so,
And for the held action, you can either attack or move.
well, what I'm thinking as far as the held action is, what if you prepare to dismiss Piff at the first sign of trouble, and then cautiously move in there? That way, if something
Okay.
goes wrong, you're already ready to dismiss Piff.
I will do that. I will prepare a dismiss right here, and then I'll move.
Okay.
And oh, sorry, I'm preparing if the automata even so much as move, and if the turrets look like they're moving to aim in a different spot, I'm going to dismiss Piff. That is my condition.
Okay.
Okay, I enter the room.
So go ahead and stop. So as you enter, the turrets with blinding speed turn and shoot right where Piff is. So right in between your arm as you're holding him. Um, and they are fast enough that I'm going to have you make a deck save to see if if your reaction is quick enough to dismiss them.
Okay.
You are. So you dismiss Piff right before the beams of energy would have gone through it, and then they pass by and hit the wall behind.
They don't hit me though.
They don't hit you.
That's cool. Okay, these things are freaky. No, they slaughter, they murder.
And those were more fire damage type beams?
Yes.
Yeah, they
What did the
scorch the walls.
automata do?
I don't want to know.
They actually they all looked at Piff, but they didn't move yet.
What kind of armaments do the automata have?
Let's see.
They had it's similar to the automata in the other room where they had those strange-looking larger weapons that, in meta terms, look like plasma rifles or cannons.
Hmm.
You know, like
Galen,
from
can you
Future
ask
Wars, Terminator Future Wars or something.
Yeah.
if you're on friendly terms with the automata up there, can you just ask one of them to give you their weapon? Like, let me see that, you know?
Uh, Hello, Automata 1. Can I have that, please?
He looks at you. No.
Uh, nope. I don't
I
want to
figured
give
it
it
might
to
be
me.
a way to disarm them if they would just give up their guns.
Yeah, they don't play like that.
What is, while he's doing that, I'm going to check the rubble here just and see if I can find any evidence of anything interesting here.
Okay, go ahead and do investigation or perception.
Hmm.
Go
So
ahead.
Galen, actually, as you're passing, you get about here. Um,
Wait,
one
where
of
was
the
it here?
automata looks your direction, and you notice that they didn't even look at you before you brought in Piff. So whatever you did seems to have activated them, perhaps.
Oh
Anyway, it
boy.
looks at your direction, and he says, "What is your purpose here?"
I am trying to go into access control, but I seem to have forgotten my password, which is so silly of me.
Go ahead and give me. I guess it's probably a deception
Uh,
or a persuasion. Persuasion will
can
work as
I
well.
can I run it as persuasion?
Yeah.
Because I might genuinely know what my passcode, like I might actually have a
Yeah,
passcode.
you might have in fact forgotten one. You don't
I
know.
Fair
I
enough.
genuinely think it's possible that I had a passcode and I have
Yeah.
now
Okay.
I
since
mean,
forgotten it.
he did have military armor, so he might have been a military medic.
Fair
Well,
By
enough.
the
not
way, I got
only
a
that, but
23 on my perception.
I
You don't find
genuinely think
anything
that
of useful. Go ahead, Galen. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Go ahead and do a persuasion. Okay. So he's like, "You have forgotten your password."
yeah, it's been a while since I've been in the facility, maybe a few 100,000 years or so. I don't really know.
That does not compute. But you may be confused. I am led to believe your kind can be confused about time. Very
Yeah.
well. You are you authorized? Please approach. And he uh, he
Which one's talking?
opens up his basically they're wearing some sort of cloaks or something. He opens up
Mm-hmm.
his cloak, and then you see a handprint on him. It says, "Place your hand here, please."
The automata 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Place hand.
And he says, "You are authorized.
Yep.
I shall give you the code." And he basically tells you. He says he just walks over and enters the symbols for you.
Oh, what a sweetie. Can I memorize that really quickly, actually?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Okay.
However, if you go ahead and just write it down, then you don't have to make a
Yeah.
check.
Yes. Okay. I don't. Yes, I will write it down.
Fair enough. And then he turns back. Are you alone?
Uh, uh, as of right now, yes, I have some friends outside who are not authorized to be here, so they're not in here.
Do you wish to have them authorized under your supervision?
Yes, please. I'll take full responsibility for them.
Granted. Any damage they cause will be billed to you.
Yep, of course. That sounds fine.
And then he
Okay.
stands there for a moment and he says, "They are authorized. Have them step up to the door so that I may scan their faces."
Okay. Hey guys, the
Top.
automata, it turns out they're really nice. Just come
Okay.
on up to the door and he's gonna put you in the system, but don't break anything because it's gonna cost me money.
I'm gonna break
If
everything.
if you're gonna do that, make sure to
All
scan
right.
Piff.
These are them. And also I'll resummon Piff. Can you also add Piff? Am I familiar?
Very well. And then he goes through and he basically looks at each of you in the face, and then after doing so, he says, "Please enter the room." So whoever's first, go ahead and enter the room.
I have entered.
Welcome to the humble abode.
And then same with you, Ragu, and then Pico. So you guys can all enter the room.
Mhm.
He's a pretty cool dude. Thank you so much.
Oh wow, that's still ominous. Noticing the sentry turrets.
Yeah, this place is kind of hardcore.
I just shiver, you know, involuntarily, like you'd expect me to do all the time, given how cold I am.
Okay, I'm now going to unlock the access control with the
Yeah, he
password.
already
I
did
just
that. So here,
Oh.
once you enter the code, it unlocked it.
Awesome. Yeah, this thing has a drawer that it's immune to crowbars. They built it special, I think.
Is this the room that had the waste receptacle?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm gonna look through it real quick.
you do. You find a wrapping paper with a strange squirrel on there, but really nothing else.
Alrighty. So there's a locked drawer in here.
Yeah, and any damage was also there previously.
Oh, it's like that when you got here, huh?
Yeah, that's why it's crowbar proof.
Yeah, recognizing the telltale signs of a crowbar pitifully
Oh yeah,
tacked
you
against
absolutely
this door.
recognize it.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
I can cover my own expert guidance, but Ragu, if you want to go ahead and help me
I
with your
do.
tinker tools.
Will.
All right, I'm gonna try my hand at the lock.
Okay, you
And
unlock it.
24.
You open the drawer, and inside you see a very old, crumpled up piece of paper, but somehow there's 8 symbols on that paper still.
Ah. All right, here's your password.
Oh,
It
cool.
probably expired.
No, it still works, I think. But you can hang on to that. I have written down the password.
Actually, I'm
already.
gonna compare then. Let's take a look.
Are
They
the
match
same?
up.
All right.
And then the other locked drawer is over here.
Oh, take
Oh.
a peek in there, and wow.
Yeah, this place is kind of locked down. It's over in this room.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
All right.
Like
All right,
over here.
Here I
Ragu.
come. I'm coming.
Try
I'm coming.
this
Here we go.
again.
Yeah, it's this
All
one.
right.
So I'm gonna give myself expert guidance. I'm going to wait for Ragu, and then we're going to together try and figure out this lock. 21.
Set.
Still not
Yep,
bad.
you unlock it. And inside, you see another crumpled up piece of paper. And it looks like there's 8 symbols on there, but then it looks like it was scratched out. And underneath, you find some more symbols, but they're clearly different kind. Galen, if you want to
Interesting.
roll a history, you can see if you can read whatever else is written on there.
Yes, please.
It
Oh, not
says
bad.
it says, "Do not write down your password and leave it about."
Ah. Well, at least it seems like the automata are pretty used to us forgetting our passwords. That's funny.
And
Okay.
Galen, you notice that this door is now the handprint's now red again.
All right, guys, let's head on in. Let's open it up.
Okay, you open it up,
my
and
God.
you see a room full of machines with all sorts of different symbols flashing about. But you've actually seen it a couple of times now, so you actually recognize some of the words on there, and basically, it it says enable control center access, disable control center access, enable defenses, enable control center defenses, disable control center defenses.
Well, we can leave the defenses up since we're all fine and dandy. I guess I'll click enable control center access. What was the first one? Enable.
Yeah, so you hit it and it says control center access granted.
Woo! I did it, guys.
Yay.
Yeah, you're a hero.
Yeah. Now we can
I go ahead and
into
sniff the air. I smell a cliffhanger. Let's see if my
Oh.
senses are correct.
Let's head back up to the hub access and see if that's true.
All right. So I guess we'll go ahead and move on and
As you go to the south, one of the automata are standing in front of the door, and he looks at you, Galen.
Mm.
Did you get what you wanted?
Yep, I just enabled access to the control center.
What is the reason for gaining access to the control center?
may
We
I offer? I'm going to go ahead and produce a minor illusion of the Kylon, and we are
Yeah.
seeking a means to destroy these.
Yep. What was the word that the computer used when you talked about the Kylon?
Yeah,
Do you happen
unfortunately,
to
that was such a
remember?
dense conversation. I don't have that thoroughly notated.
Well, anyways, I'll
Yeah.
just say we're seeking the weapon to destroy these. So,
He looks at you and says, "You wish to gain access to weapon research,
yes, exactly.
and what is what is your authorization to do so?"
Do you want to know my authorization code? I can
No.
give it to you.
I want to know why you believe you are authorized to access top secret weapon research.
Well, look around. I'm kind of the only guy left, so I think I've been pretty heavily promoted.
He says he kind of shakes his head. So you're saying that you are the chief because there is no one left but you.
Uh, that's kind of how it works, isn't it? Who's the
Perhaps.
chief if
I
there's no
need
chief?
I need to compute this.
All right,
If
take
you
your
are in
time.
error, I will correct it.
Okay.
If you see me again, then it is probably time to run. And then he
Okay.
moves
Or we
over.
could just like talk. We could talk it out, maybe. Okay. No. All right.
I just nonchalantly just take advantage of that opening and pretend that whole
Okay.
conversation did not happen.
Get out, raccoon.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Let's.
I'm gonna have a Terminator after me.
Yeah.
I'd say welcome to the club, but I'm not in that one yet.
Oh
Um,
no.
hey, can't you like
Uh,
shut that door through that control panel over here?
Yeah, you can shut the
yeah,
door.
if he has the password, it doesn't matter. He can open
No,
any door he wants.
maybe you're right.
Yeah, I don't think I
Well,
wanna. I think I wanna leave on best terms that I can and not make
hopefully
him
he
even more
can't climb.
suspicious. Uh, yeah. Well, let's bet he can't climb.
Oh, that is so ominous.
I'm gonna get court-martialed by a robot.
A little bit.
I don't think they do court martials here. Um,
Uh,
uh, they're a disciplinary actions that are
Capital
energetic in
punishment.
nature.
yeah. Well, we're going to well, we stopped by in what's it called? Uh,
The power area where the AI is?
yeah. Can I get him to promote me? Can I get him to promote me?
Worth a try.
I'd like to talk to him about a possible promotion.
All right, so
Also,
you
maybe ask him what my actual rank is, because maybe I am a chief and I just don't know it.
fair
Well,
enough. You've reached the elevator. So what are you gonna do?
Can we climb
let's go
back up?
ahead and climb up the elevator to elevate area C.
All right. You still had your grappling hook and all that in there, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I figured we'd be coming back this way.
Fair enough.
I'll retrieve it once we're out of here. Don't want to leave it behind.
Fair enough. All right, so you climb your way back out, and you have reached floor 1 again.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and walk over here to the east.
Yep, let's go talk to the computer. I just want him to, maybe I can get him to tell me a little bit about my
Oh,
past.
let's hope they're not really quick about figuring out your authorization status.
Yeah. Okay, and
Hello, caretaker.
he was over here. Hello.
Hello once again, and then the voice is coming from up here.
Oh, yeah, my
Oh,
bad.
sorry, wrong panel.
And while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and move Davak and Ragu with the assumption that they're following you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can I help
Okay.
you?
So I had a couple of questions. First of all, is there any way that you could tell me about my military history or what my rank is?
Mm, Please place your hand here, and a handprint shows up.
Okay, I do that.
Okay. As you put your hand there, and he says, "Yes, you you are serial number 23772, and
Okay,
your
hold on.
rank is
I should write
S3."
that down. Okay, hold on. Serial number 2372. I am
Says your rank
and
is S3.
rank S3. Is that chief? Is that better than chief? I bet that's a lot better than chief.
No,
Ah,
that
shit.
is not chief. And
Uh-huh.
are you are number 7 in
Oh,
experiment 02A0.
7
Zero
experiment
A20?
0A20. What is that? One of the experiments in this facility?
No, there's 02A0, so we might be dealing with a dyslexia
That's
thing.
what I said. 02A0.
Oh,
Oh
I heard
shit.
0A20,
We
so maybe
we
it was
have
me.
to stop by that if you don't mind,
Yeah.
guys. I need to know what I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just realized something. Okay, caretaker, why is the control center not accessible?
The control center is now accessible.
No, but
Yeah,
why
'cause
wasn't it before?
All all control and access was disabled.
Hmm.
In the
um
event of a catastrophic attack, the procedures are to disable the control center, disable hub access, restrict weapon research.
Because
okay.
I just realized something. The whole reason we went into access control was to enable the control center. So maybe we could go back and say, oh, just kidding. We didn't really need to go into weapon research. We were just trying to enable access to the control center so we can repair it and help get it started back up.
Well, we do know that now, but I already told him what I told him.
Yeah, but you could say you were mistaken
Yeah,
I'll
and that
go
there's
you don't
always a
need
reset.
access.
again.
You win reordered.
That's true. If this doesn't work out, then we can certainly do that. First of all, do you have any information on experiment 0A20, or would I have to check there?
02A0.
Yes, that's what I said. I thought.
Accessing.
I'm agreeing that's what you said.
I'm
Yeah.
afraid that all information is restricted.
Okay, that's fine. Secondly, are you in the position to maybe promote me? Because one of the automata down in the control center is a little upset with some of my actions and might be coming to harm me.
What actions are those that he is upset with?
I restored access to the control center and I told him that I was going to try and access weapon research.
I see. Yes, weapon research is restricted. He
Yes.
probably believes that you should not have access to restricted areas.
Yes, but can you grant me the access to those restricted areas?
You now have access to the restricted areas.
Thank you very much.
However, access to the restricted areas has been disabled, so you will need to gain access to the hub
Yep.
access
Mhm.
by gaining access to the control center and enabling hub access.
Uh, okay. Yes, cool. Thank you.
Which should be
Just north of us.
due north, yeah.
So we can definitely do that. Thank you very much. If there's something I can do for you to help with the facility, I'd gladly do it as in repayment.
Thinking, I do not know how you can help with the facility.
All right.
However, I believe, strange thing, I believe that the weapon is important. I believe that the weapon research AI has been further developing the weapon.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting.
And I believe, based on the fact that others, or at least one other, has been here, that others seek the weapon.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I bet there are.
And the weapon in the wrong others, in the wrong hands, can be catastrophic.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what we're
starting to get
figuring. So we fully intend to re-enable the defenses on our way out because we don't want to leave that kind of information vulnerable.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Hopefully that robot doesn't kill me now. I think we should be good.
I think we should be fine.
Okay, well, thank you. We'll see you around.
Agreed.
Let's head up to control.
Okay, that should be right here. Is there any
So you
handprint lit
see
up?
that this door still appears to be locked. But this
Mm,
door and this door are unlocked.
was this door
Is
locked
there
before?
a
To the
key
right?
card slot?
Yep. Oh, let me scroll up here, and I'll go ahead and unlock it. All right. You find yourself in another room. You see to the east, there's a double door that's closed, and to the north, there's a single door that's closed.
Yep. And there's a gun on the wall, but it doesn't seem to be killing you guys, so I think we're good. Anything on this screen?
You see static.
Cool. Okay, let's check the big double door, yeah, guys.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll open it up.
You open up the double doors,
Oh
and
wow.
you see a small hall, and you see one of the doors is already open. It seems to be stuck
Yeah.
in an open state. And you see a bunch of rubble, and you see two more large double doors, but next to each of those double doors are buttons pointing up and down. And then a
Oh, okay.
door to the south, which apparently is already open because I must have forgot to put a thing in there.
So this
Uh,
opened up access to Area D, I'm guessing.
Yep, it looks like. Do
Um,
these doors open?
They do. And inside, you see a shaft. If you look down, you see rubble that, pretty, without looking down too far. If you look up, you can see that the shaft continues, and there's
Yeah.
another door uh, up above.
don't want to
Using
get
both.
anybody excited, but that leads to weapon storage A.
Yeah. Using both hands. Well, first I'm going to put my lantern down and light it. Then using both hands to brace myself on the elevator framework or doorway framework. I'm going to use Mage Hand to send the lantern up and to the next door and see if it's open.
It is currently closed.
All right. Uh, Galen, can you go ahead and resummon Piff?
Yep. I'll summon Piff back.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Did we want to look at the room with the boxes real quick, or?
You can do that while I'm working with Piff here.
Yep.
Piff, this
Yes.
grappling hook, would you mind taking it and finding somewhere to secure it? Not at the next door up, but the one above it?
No. Yeah, no, I'm playing. I'll do that. Piff
Okay.
grabs the grappling hook and flies on up.
All right. He flies it up. Unfortunately, once you reach the next door up, Above that, there seems to be something metal that's jamming the shaft. However, he is able to find something on that object to attach the grappling hook to.
That's
Okay.
fine. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to make sure that the hook was higher than the floor level of the door.
Yep, he does that.
All right, and just for good measure, I'm going to tie off the other end of the rope down here, just to make sure that if the hook dislodges, that the whole rope doesn't go all the way down. All right,
Sounds smart.
and Galen, Devakar, and Elm, you kind of pull on this just to make sure that hook's actually secure.
Sure.
All right, you guys pull on it, and it seems to be secure. And Ragu, while they were doing that, it looks like you went to the storage room.
I was waiting for you guys to finish. I was going to ask Devok if he wanted to help me look real quick while he was
Oh,
doing
if you're
all
going to wait for them to finish. Okay, fair enough. All right, so the hook seems to be stable. Pico?
All right, well, we can go ahead and finish exploring then. All
Yeah,
right,
let's
looks like we have the ability to access weapons storage.
we should check this door first though to see if we can get access control open. Or sorry, control center open.
I guess first we'll check this room since this is what Ragu's wondering about. Then we'll check
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
else.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
that sounds good.
You guys can go
Yeah.
through that when
Only
you're done.
because there's big, pretty boxes.
All right, so you see two boxes that are locked, and you see two barrels that are closed and sealed but not locked.
Okay, I'm gonna start trying to see if I know any of the words on them.
Okay, go ahead and give me a history check. Nope, you don't have a clue.
Yep, they're boxes. Have fun. I'm gonna hide over here.
Wait, are they locked or unlocked?
They're locked.
All right, Ragu.
Do they have that key card thing?
No,
You
they're
know,
just.
because some of the boxes. Okay.
No, they don't have a key card thing.
Okay. In that case, I
All
will
right.
help you.
Yep. I guess together we can try to equate to one Oreo, and might help if there we go. 27.
Okay, the lock clicks open easily enough.
And go ahead and do that on the other one so that I can flee.
Okay.
17.
The other one does unlock, but you feel like just barely.
And these containers down here, did Galen check these out?
No one's really
no.
looked at them yet. Galen just looked at the boxes. They don't appear to be locked, however. They're
They
closed
look
but
like
not locked.
they look like the box the thing that
Okay, and
shot
I
electricity.
remember the little twisty motion to open the barrels.
Yes,
They're-
they look the same kind of. They're the same kind of barrel that you opened before.
Alrighty. Is everybody clear?
Yep.
More or less.
I very carefully undo the latches on the first box.
Okay, they come undone easily enough.
Hold my breath. And open it.
Okay, you open it up, and inside you see a bunch of metal, long metal rods that seem to be twisted. So it's like these black metal objects were thin and kind of twisted around like a spiral. Each one is about 2 pounds, and there's about 20 of them in there.
Okay. I will move to the next box. And I
Okay.
will very carefully undo the latches, hold my breath, and
Okay,
open the
you
lid.
do so. And inside, you see a bunch of bars of metal. It looks like 10 of them are bars of gold, 10 of them are bars of silver, 10 of them are bars of steel, and then various other metals you don't recognize. Each
Well, that
bar
sounds
Okay.
is is about 6 inches long and 3 inches deep and 4 inches wide and is about a pound.
Okay. Is there any markings on these bars, or are they literally just bars of materials?
There are some markings. It looks like it's similar to the markings on the various boxes and stuff.
Okay. Hey, Galen, so far it's safe. Do you
Uh,
want to see, maybe tell me what these symbols are?
sure. Symbols.
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll.
Bark.
All right, and it says um, raw materials, authorized personnel only. Any materials used will have to be file reports for any materials used.
Okay. I'll
How
let you
heavy is
know.
this box?
The box itself, let's see. So let's see. There's 10 times, I guess 10 times 2. So that's 200 plus the
Yeah,
box. So it's about
way more
300.
than I can carry.
It's about 300 pounds.
Yeah, you could have just said way more than I could carry.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Um, okay, you said there was 20 of each type of bar.
10 of each kind of bar.
All right.
So 10 gold, 10 silver, and then 8 other types of bars that you don't recognize.
Okay, 2 pounds each. 20 units. Okay. I will take 10 bars of gold and second
So they're
carry.
yeah, they're 2 pounds each. So just go ahead and do whatever math there.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was doing.
And Galen, because of your successful check with the bars, you are actually able to recognize some of the symbols on the barrels as well. And the words you recognize is do not open, dangerous, electricity, death.
Yep. Okay. Don't open those things. It's the electricity bomb.
Great.
Oh,
It'll kill you.
those. All right. All right. And this first one here with these weird twisted metal, is there just use it? I'm not going to use my scavenger skill to look for something, but I want to use my scavenger skill to do the figuring out. Do these twisted black metal curls have any sort of obvious or maybe even not so obvious purpose?
You suspect that they're probably construction materials, but you suspect that they don't have any sort of magical or combat purposes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come back in here and it's like, okay, nothing
Alright.
scary, people.
Cool, cool. Well, let's check this out.
Well, I believe you so much that I guess I have no need to go in there. I'm gonna take a look at this desk.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
look at the desk and you see some a couple of symbols and a lot of static.
Any desk drawers or anything?
There are some drawers, but they're empty.
okay. What about let's check the other one over here.
You see this door is open, or not open, but unlocked.
Unlocked.
And you see this desk is basically the same as the others.
Okay. And then is there just static on these screens?
Yep.
Okay.
And open this door if it's.
Okay. Oh wait, this door. Yep. You open it,
What does this pop us out?
and you
Oh yeah, we've been here.
Oh, yeah.
And is this desk empty?
Yes.
All right. In that case, I
Gotta go through here.
suspect. Yeah, this is where we're gonna wanna. The air is getting thick.
Oh, yeah. I can smell it too now.
All right. Are you
Alright,
opening the door?
open the door.
Stare into the distance, unblinking. Um, I guess Galen, you're probably the best one for this. I'm gonna.
Oh, we're all authorized now. It's equal.
Uh, yeah, sort of. Sort
Although
of,
I did
kinda.
just get promoted, so that's nice.
Uh, I'm not sure how official that promotion was, so
Just
we'll see
open
what
the
happens.
I'm opening the door.
All right. You open the door, and a a a um, cold air comes out, and you hear the whirring of machines as you open the door, and you see the lights are flickering, and you also see that the turret seems to be spazzing out a little. It just kind of
I
randomly points different directions, and
don't
that's
like
where we'll
that.
end the session.
I don't like that at all.
Oh,
All right, so let me go ahead and set up your experience points, and then we'll call it a day. Alrighty, so session 51. So I guess that would be 700. Treasure. That is also 700. Exploration is 350, 700. All right, 1050. And I'm just going to say everybody gets learning by failure. I'm pretty sure I don't have to worry about that this session.
Yeah, we all
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so 1400 plus 1050, 2450. Alrighty. All right, so everybody gets 2,450 experience points from session 51, 700 from encounters, 700 from treasure, 1,050 from exploration, which includes clues and figuring things out, and everybody gets 350 from learning by failure, unless you're Oreo or Ire.